Hello, my darlings. Hello, hello, hello. We're back. We're back in black. We're live and in color. Or mostly live. And we have our first guest. This is the live panel section after the conversation. Let us get the first guest on and see who this is before. Is it a troll? Is it not? Hello.
How's it going, Banksy? I didn't watch you. I'm good, mate. I didn't watch your show, but did you just have that Ricky Doolan on? Was it?
Yes, I did. I'm sorry. I don't know who you are. I don't recognize the name.
It's Leon.
Leon. The fascist Leon.
Fascist republic, a republic, whatever you want to label it.
You used to call yourself fascist something, didn't you?
I mean, yeah. If you a fascist, I don't mind a fascist or a republic or whatever.
No, but I know Leon. I mean, that's what I mean. I was just like trying to crank my brain about how I know you. But yes, you were that chap. I forgot the other nickname you used. You used another one, didn't you?
Anglo-Saxon.
Anglo-Saxon. There you go. And this is Mr. Hassan. Hello, Mr. Hassan from Speaker's Corner, looking sexy as ever. You sexy beast, you.
I was wondering how Ricky knew about the Bulldog Nationalists. That was all.
The Bulldog Nationalists?
Yeah, so when he was in a debate with Laura Taylor, he was on about the Bulldog Nationalists, which is the 37 crew.
Ah, yes.
He was like, you're crumbling from within. So I was just interested to see how he's heard of the 37 crew. It was strange that he brought it up. That was all. But
is that the same as Brutus and all those guys?
Yeah, that's the Brutus.
That's the Brutus group. It's not too difficult. I found out about them after Ralph had his epic meltdown and he constantly talked about people's mothers, like constantly. So I found out about Brutus and his bunch really
Oh,
from
look,
Ralph.
you got trans Fawaz in your chat, man.
You got who?
Trans Fawaz, Mad Fawaz, tranny Fawaz.
Trans
You know the
Fawaz.
guy,
Mad
the guy
Fawaz.
from PA who's a post tranny, like he's about to have the operation.
Yeah, Mad Fawaz. Yeah. I know. I mean, apparently he's Lucy Brown, according to Tan on Twitter. He keeps saying Mad Fawaz is actually Lucy Brown using a voice changer. And to be honest with you, Mad Fawaz sounds so prepubescent that I could believe that he's a woman. Hassan, how you doing, dude? Your phone is ringing at the same time. Are you okay? Are you good there?
Yeah, no, man. It's my partner's phone, isn't it, family, man? She's allowed to have a phone ring.
I was like, what's going on here, man? You're running around frantically. Okay.
Yeah, just get sorted, cuz.
Let's see what...
Hey, you.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Let's see, Leon. I think he had something to say. Let's get Leon to finish. What was it that you wanted to say, mate? Was there something in particular in your mind, or?
Oh no, it was just someone said you had that Ricky on, so thought he was going to still be on. Obviously, it was a pre-show. I didn't see your show before. So.
Yeah. No, there was another. I did effectively two streams. I said to Ricky, I won't have any guests or anything. It will just be a one-on-one conversation because I just wanted him to be comfortable. I didn't want it to be like a hostile environment.
How did it go?
Yeah, it was fine. It was a good chat. It was a good discussion. I mean, we're very much on the same page in a lot of ways. So it wasn't a lot of...
You accept though, but from my conversations with you do accept there is an English ethnicity, right?
Of course.
You separate. Yeah, he doesn't accept.
No, he does. He doesn't separate British. He accepts there are English people, ethnic English people, ethnic Scots, ethnic Welsh, ethnic Irish. He because this is the problem with when you talk to Laura Towler and those PA guys is they have reinterpreted the term British, or at least not reinterpreted. Actually, what they've done is they have taken back the old understanding of the term British when Britain was a mono ethnic society, when it was only, well, it wasn't even mono, it was consisted of three different ethnicities. Unless you don't think Welsh is an ethnicity, unless you don't think Scottish is an ethnicity, and you think they're all English, which I'm sure a Scotsman would beat the shit out of you if you called him an Englishman. But if you think a Scottish person and an English person and a Welsh person are not different ethnicities, they're all the same, then yes, they're all British. In the white sense.
So for me, to be British, you either have to be ethnically English, Scottish, Welsh, or Cornish. They're the four ethnicities of
that was
British.
no, but
a black person or a mixed race person could never ever be
but that's
British.
the problem, Leon. This is where you guys haven't kept up with the sort of the zeitgeist and the changes in the term British. The term British was originally, even in its original form, was created to encompass four different ethnicities. It's an umbrella term to include other ethnicities. It's not an ethnicity in itself. It's an umbrella term for other ethnicities.
So what you're doing is you're basically accepting cultural Marxism by changing word definitions to control the discourse, to change cultural norms.
No, it's not cultural Marxism. It is a natural progression that over time, as other ethnicities came into Britain, the term British included not just the Welsh, the Irish, the Scots, and the English. It included the Pakistani. It included the Indian, the Sikh, the Nigerian. It started because it's an umbrella term. It's just like American. American isn't an ethnicity. American is an umbrella term to include those who live in the United States of America and hold United States citizenship. But there is no ethnicity to American.
As I say, I'm going to read this quote.
Banksy.
This is from Fyodor Adorno, and it's from the book The Authoritarian Personality, the chapter Political Correctness. Change words' meaning to change cultural norms to control the discourse. This is exactly what cultural Marxism is.
This is what you want to believe.
This is not what I believe.
Leon,
this is absolute fact.
Leon.
So when you talk about, wait 1 minute, when you talk about Indians or Pakistanis, you say Indian British. You have to add the British bit on, yeah? First of all, they're Indian. So these people will never, ever, ever be British.
No, this is where you're wrong, because it's like African American. Is an African American not an American?
No, so if you read the Cornerstone speech, which is one of the founding documents in America,
African American, just tell me this.
Question, can I respond?
Okay.
So to be an American in the Cornerstone speech, which is one of the original documents of the founding fathers of America, right? It literally says in there, to be an American, you had to be a good white man of good stock, right? Yeah, and black people weren't considered American until 1952, after World War II.
Yes, that's why things changed. That's why the term American became an umbrella term for all multiple ethnicities. That's why the term American evolved from that original term.
You've accepted cultural Marxism, and I'm rejecting cultural Marxism.
Well, you can call it cultural Marxism. This is the zeitgeist. This is the cultural zeitgeist of most Western nations. What originally Western nations were monoethnic societies, or even Britain wasn't even a monoethnic society then.
Are you accepting you've accepted cultural Marxism?
No, it's not cultural Marxism.
You mean that the Viking? Hold on, wait 1 minute. What they classified to themselves is just that. That I don't understand what's the relevance of all of this talk in today's society. I mean, it says, as the gentleman that I just mentioned before, Ricky, like, what are you going to do with the 12 odd million people that we currently got as a problem, according to certain members of the? Please.
I can answer that. So what personally I advocate for is we will buy land in other people's countries. We will build gated communities and build these gated communities up to the same living standard as England. Then we will offer them money to go back. Also, while we're doing this stuff, we will be given. I personally would be giving white people tax breaks. I will be making it very hard for other maybe.
Do you mind me asking you one thing? Do you mind me asking? Okay, I get it that you want to give us like people like myself, a foreign utopia that our lives ain't going to be changed to a major drastic thing. Yeah, all good things. But do you realise that it's this, what we call like the messy gene pool, that has provided this nation, and then that will then stop the advancement of once a great country from its diversity? I mean, but England's forgetting that England wasn't England until the Vikings, the Saxons, the Romans. I mean, have you not heard? Have you not appreciated any of that history?
England become England when Mercia united the kingdoms. I think it was in 920.
And who was Mercia?
1 second. So that's when England united, right? When we united Mercia, Sussex, Wessex, and all these places, right? Now, if you look at immigration, from 1066 to 1950, we had under 1 million people emigrate to England with around 1,000 years. Since 1950, we've had around 11 million to 17 million people here, and then people will never ever be English or British. Never.
Are they? Sorry, who's? Hold on. Let me just confirm.
Are never going to be.
Yeah, hold on. Let me confirm who's Al Sang.
England, are they English? Are they English?
Al.
I can hear you, but...
Can you unmute yourself?
Those that had fled.
Yeah, wait.
Those that have fled, have they?
Yeah, hold on, Hassan, guys. Let me just confirm who this Al Sang is, so that I can then switch.
It's Alexander Sagmore from the Reality Report.
I don't know who these people are.
Yeah, of course. My name is Alexander Sangmore. I'm the manager of the Reality Report, independent media groups, Intel Ops and Information Team.
Okay.
And the narrator of Easy Meat Inside Britain's grooming gang scandal desk.
You just muted yourself.
We understand.
Hold on. He hasn't. I don't think he was finished.
Banksy, I know this guy. This is a friend of Vinny, so he's definitely a real person.
Yeah. No, I just want to confirm he wasn't a troll. That's all. But okay, guys, carry on.
What I'm trying to explain, guys. One second, bro. I know you got a lot of credentials. We get it. You got a lot of credentials.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to explain is those that have left this country. Do you classify those English?
So say
listen.
Those who are living in Australia,
here, man. Like, don't get me to repeat the same questions over and over.
You've asked the question, and then you interrupted me after 1 second.
Yeah.
Well, no, only because you didn't understand it.
Are you telling me how to answer the question?
No, I'm asking you when you can.
So you've asked the question. Let me respond. So do I consider an Anglo, who goes to Australia, as English? No, that person. So if he was born here, and then he goes.
So what happens to him?
Oh my god, man!
No, hold on. Let him give him a minute. Let him finish.
I need to be able to respond, mate.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you think? What do you, Leon? What do you think of Americans, Australians, New Zealanders, and Canadians who are English who have now left? Are they still English?
If I, for instance, moved to America, right, and married, and I would always be English, but if I married an American girl, and we had a baby, the baby would become English, right? Because we're similar in would become American because we're similar in genetics, right? But if I moved to if a Nigerian moved to England, right, and had a baby with an Englishman, that baby would never be English.
Sorry, if you moved to Australia, you would be Australian. Hold on, Leon. If you move to Australia, your children, can they be Australian?
If I moved to Australia and married an Australian girl, my children could be Australian. Yeah, if they're as long as they're brought up in Australia.
But if a Nigerian moves to Australia and marries an Australian girl, would their children be Australian?
They would never be.
Oh, they would never be Australian. So being Australian, you have to be white English.
Yeah, one criteria to be Australian.
Seriously, you're telling me to be Australian, you have to be white English, because
mate.
So the Aboriginals have nothing to say.
I don't class Slavs as the same.
Oh, mate, you know what?
He's full of shit. You are so full of shit. It's unbelievable.
You really are, mate. That's all that is.
This is nonsensical crap. That if you go to Australia as a white man, you can be Australian, but as a black man marrying an Australian white girl, you'll never be Australian.
100%.
Well, you're an idiot.
Mad,
that's
bro.
Delusional crap.
That's delusional. You know what you're doing? You're making your world.
Oh, sorry.
You're making your world
Alex,
your life.
Hassan, brother, I beg you. Okay, guys. Al Sang seems to have a limited time, so let's give him 5 minutes. Shoot your load, dude.
Yes, so I'll get what I need off of my chest and then I'll depart, all right? I won't take up too much of your time. I understand that there are many people who want to say many things, so I'll be very...
Good man. That's a good call.
All right, gentlemen. This is a reality.
Sorry, you're
breaking up. For the sake of the audience, go to humanbiologicaldiversity.com, and I said, for the sake of the audience, go to humanbiologicaldiversity.com and look up how race and IQ are a reality.
Oh God, these guys are the old bell curve guys, aren't you? You're a bell curve.
And Mr. Ricky not having the Baldosphere West. Listen. Of course I am, sir. Race and IQ are a reality.
No, I just don't believe that they've trained
Hassan, let him have it. Let him have it.
I don't believe it. They've trained these doctors to be high skilled. And guess what they want to do?
Hassan, let him have his say. He's a bell curver. Trust me, these guys are idiots. Go on.
Bruv, I don't get it. And you're saying that you're going to do this for your nation.
Yes, of course I'm a bell curver because race and IQ are a reality. Because
you're telling that you've got all these
they're actually not.
Colleges, you've educated all these people. You've gone down there and you've gone commerce.
Mr. Haz, are you ethnically...
democracy to the world. You've introduced commerce to the world. And what you're going to do now is go into a cave with your and breed inbreed.
Yeah,
which
it's
we
okay.
know is wrong.
It's okay.
Literally, you know what it sounds like? You guys want to go back to the days of cave living and fucking systems.
Oh, wait.
I know.
I'm sorry,
but let's. Okay,
you know what?
Okay, Has mute up for a minute, mate.
For interrupting me and a bastard for it, and this is noted. Disrespectful.
Mute for a minute before you lose your head.
Okay.
Let this guy
let me finish.
do his thing.
All right. So
bell curve.
Very brief. Facts are not accepted into the military in great numbers because of IQ. You need to have a minimum IQ of
you're saying
90 in order to get into the military. A great many.
You want me to show you?
Next point that I would like to
okay, hold on. He's breaking up.
So on your conclusion, so the Japanese, according to your conclusion, will be allowed to go into your military. You're stupid, bro. What
Natty.
you're saying is no
stupid run showing low impulse control. How about you have some respect and act like a fucking adult and let the guy talk?
You as a noise machine. Okay, so moving on. I have 2 more points and then I'll finish and then I'll leave. if you desire to character assassinate me to your heart's content, worry not. So 2 more points, and then I'll be done. All right? So point number 1. Absolutely any faction or organization that refuses to acknowledge and assert white Anglosphere West in group preference not only is useless, but counterproductive to the people who have the balls to speak the truth and spite the devil. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is if they actively try and character assassinate and destroy.
Sorry, is Natty sorry? Is
organizations that do eternal upon them. For Ricky, let me finish. When No Chance had his channel struck down, that is and finally.
Okay,
sorry. Hold on, Hassan. Hold on. Is Sang breaking up on anyone else?
Won the debate.
You're breaking up. Mate.
I mean, no. One last thing. One last thing. If he had won the debate, he would want it shared everywhere. He fucking lost.
Sang, we literally missed.
On your logic, are the Japanese allowed to go into the British military?
Well, yeah.
On your logic.
Well,
on your logic.
Technically,
I'm asking you. On your logic. Are the Japanese allowed to go into your military?
Yes. How do you mean? Because they got high IQ.
He's gone. Because he's stupid.
Well,
first of all, I want to say hello.
It's got to stand on its logic.
It can't
stand on its logic.
Can we get Natty in?
It's mad.
Oh yeah. Hold on, guys. I need to vet Natty to make sure it's the real Natty.
You're a very bad example of the Russian people. All right, sitting here in the stream on your bed. Having teeth like shit, okay, you're a bad example for the Russians.
Okay,
to the point that the Merkian 37 crew makes. Shut your low IQ mouth.
Hold on. Hash, give it a.
I was silent for 10 minutes now.
Brother.
Now shut your fucking mouth.
One sec.
Mute yourself.
Show me your face.
Give me my 2 minutes.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Let him be for a second. Okay, let's get Natty. Natty, are you Natty?
Yes, I'm Natty. Can you hear me okay?
Okay, yeah. Now we can. Okay, I'll flip over.
Finally, we got some IQ on the stream. Okay.
Oh, you went there.
So what I want to say to Merkin, just real quickly, the statement. Mercian.
Thank you.
The statement that
we've got IQ on the stream, but if you can't read my
no, just a quick.
You Germans, man, will learn the lesson that you don't mess with the English. Come on.
That is the reason why I hate the 37 group so much. Okay, the statement that the Russians wouldn't be European is absurd. Okay,
no, they're not. Russians are Mongoloids. They're not fucking you. They're not the fully
look,
obviously,
Merkian just said
you don't know anything about modern genetics.
Yeah,
so
but
you wouldn't
Are you saying they're the same as Northern Europeans?
No, they are not, but the Italians are also not like the Northern Europeans. There's a small diversity within the European race.
Right,
yes, but the statement that they wouldn't be European is absurd.
The British have been separated from mainland Europe for more than 1,000 years. We literally had under 1 million people emigrate here within from 1,000 years, right? From 1066 to 1950, right? We're different people to the rest of you Europeans. We're different. I don't know why you try to keep
but you still say
that we are not
different.
Only white people can be Australian, apparently.
But your statement was insulting to the Russians, okay? Even though I
my granddad was a Russian, you fucking mongrel.
Right, guys.
What's so different about being a Russian?
But we jumped on the panel. Banksy was starting. Please. But Banksy started originally the stream to debate the Laura Torla versus Ricky.
Well, I wanted you guys to have a chance to have your say. Look, what I wanted was for people who wanted to have their
Laura
say.
And Ricky now.
Okay. Well, what I'm trying to say is I wanted people who wanted to reply in the last stream to have them, their time to reply now, because in the last one, when I was with Ricky, I wasn't going to have anyone jump on, or I was going to have an open panel. So now this is the open panel for you guys to go at it. Give me your best excuses and shots.
Just before we start,
can I just ask one question?
Hold on, Hassan. Let Natty have a say. He hasn't had a say.
Can that guy shut up for like 2 minutes, man? Holy shit.
Okay.
I've just been
Natty,
watching this.
1 minute. I'll tell you what, guys. I'll start a timer. Each one gets a 1 minute time. No one interrupts. No one messes up. Just wait your thing, and then you'll get your round. We'll start with Natty, then Blue Moon, and then who wants to go after that? Anyone?
All right.
Yeah,
Bueller.
Can I just say, I've just been watching. There's something that's just niggling on my mind. You've got something on your chin?
Has he got something on his chin? He doesn't.
That was so important to interrupt. Thank you very much.
Okay, Natty, you get 1 minute. Go. Say whatever it is you want to say now.
Ricky lost a debate against Laura Towler. The clip video that No Chance made, he copyright struck and took down, which is going against the rules of copyright. It was perfectly legit what No Chance made.
Did he?
If he thought he'd done well, he wouldn't have done that. The fact that you were on the stream as well, I don't know. You're an Iranian, is that right?
Yes.
Do you think anyone can be an Iranian? You seem to agree with Ricky that
yes, actually anyone can be Iranian. If you look at the makeup of Iran, there are many ethnicities within Iran. The Iranian term is an umbrella term, just like nationality. There are Turk Iranians, there are Jewish Iranians. Sorry?
Nigerians can come to...
Nigerians can be Iranians, yes, they can be Iranian, because Iranian isn't an ethnicity. This is why you don't understand the difference between ethnicity and nationality.
It's so baffling, that, isn't it?
I know. Time's up. Time's up.
To you, that's baffling.
I know. He doesn't get it. Iranians are. Do you realize Iranians consist of? Okay, hold on. Let me just explain to him.
So let's get this
Hassan.
right. So if that Nigerian,
you need to mute us,
came
man.
into your country,
the thing is,
impulse control of a fucking banana.
Hassan, hold on. Let me just explain. Natty. Hassan, Turks are Iranians. There are Turkish Iranians. There are Arab Iranians. There are Kurd Iranians. There are Lor Iranians. There are Persian Iranians. There is multitude. There are Jewish Iranians. There is a multitude of ethnicities under the umbrella of Iranian. Iranian is a nationality, not an ethnicity. This is why you don't understand the difference between nationality and ethnicity. You guys, your arguments are so moronic that it is funny to the rest of us.
At the end of the day,
wait, no, he's already accepted these. Wait, no, he already accepted cultural Marxism by changing the word definitions to
it's not changing it. It has been like Iran did not. Listen, Leon. Iran didn't accept Turkish Iranians because of cultural Marxism.
Nationality and ethnicity are the same thing.
No, they're not. You're an idiot by thinking they are.
Comes from the French word nakon, which literally means race of people. You mean the same thing.
No, not in modern parlance.
I am African.
You can be a Nigerian and be English. You can be. This is the fucked up thing. This is the fucked up thing. You guys don't even acknowledge your own white group who don't call themselves African. The white Africans, South Africans, call themselves South African. They don't identify as Dutch.
Have you ever
they are African.
To a South African?
Yes.
Because I
have 4 South African friends. I can call them up right now.
They call themselves Oranians. You
No.
know where this is coming from.
They call
Banksy.
themselves South African and they're white. They don't identify as Dutch. They do not identify as Swedish.
All the traditions of the Netherlands people out there, they are living still the traditional lifestyle.
South Africans call themselves South African.
You know nothing about the South Africans.
And South Africa's going really well, isn't it, Banksy? That's a good.
It doesn't matter what is happening. What I'm trying to tell you is about how people identify white people from Denmark now call themselves South African. Look, I'm trying to squeeze into your brain the difference between nationality and ethnicity. You guys are so caught up in your bullshit, you don't see the difference. Okay, sorry. I apologize. I broke my own 1 minute rule. It is Blue Monday's turn. 1 minute. Say whatever it is you want to say.
Yeah, well, ethnicity is real, whether the word games you play or you don't play, you want to play, that's fine. But at the end of the day, there is a empiricist biological determination, and there's also a cultural and spiritual determination of the ethnic diversity of the British, European, transcendent people. Sorry if I had lots of coffee. But yeah,
transcendental people. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're transcendental, and basically, the European peoples are real. White people are real. You can do you can say you're anti-Marxist while using Marxist taxonomy all you want. At the end of the day, white European ethnicities are real. We're real people.
So Americans, what is it to be American then?
Well, it was the WASPs funded America.
What is it to be American today?
White European presidents. Well, it depends who you look at.
What is it to be American today?
It says to be American, you have to be white. It's quite just call it.
Well, I'm not American, so maybe you should ask an American. I'm European.
Yeah, because Europeans went to America, though.
You have to be white and be of good stock.
No, because that's not exactly. That is exactly why America doesn't operate anymore under that term. The fact is,
I don't.
Leon says.
What freaks me out is that these white European, British, English people, according to the Scottish, Welsh, English people, chose other people to mate with and have their children.
I know.
And do all this thing. And what it sounds like is that it's like they're scorned that they fucked the wrong.
Yeah, they're pissed that they're pissed at their own women who went and slept with black people.
Like white people are still like the majority just for this time being until 2066.
But it's your own white people who are fucking black guys.
No, but ethnicity.
Okay, guys, hold on.
You could be ethnically English. You could be ethnically British. You could be your ethnicity in your stock.
No, you can be ethnically English.
England. No one's gonna question that, bruv. Who the fuck is gonna do that?
No, nobody's questioning that you're still English or Scottish in your case.
Went on a holiday in Corfu and fucked some Dutch bird and brought her back and said, "No, you know what? Your mum is Dutch, all right, but you are English, and you expect that kid to go with you instead of the mum." And another thing, you train all these amazing people, amazing engineers, fucking servants, these amazing.
Yeah, I know the Africans can't even maintain the civilization we left over from them.
What do you do? If it was up to you guys, the first thing you do is get fucking rid of it.
Hassan, there's a question coming from the chat for you. Hassan, the people in the chat want to know that if you're a for Britain representative, they've seen you.
Mate, I would love to represent for Britain. I would love. Mate, you know what?
Okay, guys.
I'd love to invalidate your own identity.
Okay.
So people in the chat,
for my criminal convictions, I would so represent.
Guys,
but I just know I wouldn't do them no good.
People in the chat saying you're friends with Anne-Marie Waters, is that correct? Or
I would love to be friends with Anne-Marie Waters.
Are you Irish or British or Jewish first? Israel or British? Oh yeah, there's a good one.
Mate, but bruv, I'm on that one. You know what? If you're gonna ask me if
Irish
I'm
or Jewish?
to be one minute, no, I'm a British Turk, bruv.
You're British Turk.
Turkish.
Right.
British
Turk.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what that means. I'll tell you what that means. That when my father was approached, when my father was approached to come into this country and to serve for this country, he did it with a pride in it. And when he come down here, he was successful, and England rewarded him for that. And he rewarded England with his services.
And now you want to end their people. And now you want to invalidate their identity after they rewarded you. After our people rewarded you and then, brought in your people and showed you our hospitality.
What brought in? My dad was invited. My dad was invited.
Sure.
So what do you do with these kids? What do you do with their kids? What do you do with their kids and their legacy they left behind?
This is the problem.
In response to what?
These guys think.
Within what context?
Yeah, this is the problem.
The ones that are still here, law-abiding now, doctors, barristers, school teachers, social workers, the people that are that back fucking bone of this country amongst the English countrymen that are working on this behalf. What are you going to do with them? Oh,
Look,
mate, what are you talking about?
You've
Boring
in this country,
people, bro. Is it against the law to be boring?
Right, you need to stop shouting and show some decorum, sir.
Well, stop making stupid fucking claims, man.
Well, no, listen,
if you're coming out with snowballs and dinosaurs,
give it a break. Has, chill, mate.
If you come here to
breathe,
this country,
breathe, Has, breathe.
If you're English, guess what? You'd be happy enough to tell me to shut the fuck up, mug.
Okay, Has.
Saying that.
Has, give me. Okay, Blue Monday.
You're showing a British
guys. Blue Monday.
You know what?
You're not really displaying.
Okay, one at a time. Blue Monday. Blue Monday. Chill. Blue.
Stop thinking you still rule.
Has. Let it be. I want to bring in someone new.
Because you guys
this guy is absolutely
guys want the demonization of a great nation. That's why I am upset. You want this great nation to be a shithole again. You want to be ancestrally bred for whose fucking civilization, not for your own. Fucking your sisters is not a good thing, guys.
Right, okay, well, I don't know what that's
guys,
the whole idea of bringing diversity,
do you want to like mute this?
The fucking demise of your own people.
Do you want to mute this?
No. Hold on. Has is a mate. I can't mute Has. Has is my boy.
Yeah.
Listen.
If you're not mixing, your thought, you will have inbreeding.
Okay, hold on, Has.
How do you solve that problem under your fucking
okay, guys,
under your reign?
Guys, I'm gonna bring in Dave Smith. I want to bring in Dave Smith. Just give 1 minute. Errando, Blue Monday. Sorry, guys, hold on. Everybody chill. Everybody chill.
If we ever distinct group of people were all inbreeding, yeah, that makes sense, mate.
Guys, everybody chill. Everybody chill.
Why you guys are not in power?
One at a time. Hold on.
The reason why you guys are not in power.
Guys, I want.
Because of inbreeding.
Guys, I want to bring in Dave.
Believe it or not, there's parts of the world. Believe it or not, there's parts of the world that is going on.
Has, please hold on.
Can't even look over there to take your fucking lesson.
Has, chill.
And we want you to control this nation over my dead fucking
it's difficult
body,
to. Hassan is a wild card.
Can you mute the drunk guy?
Has. Okay, Has.
Can you define nation, please?
No. Nobody's asking anybody any questions. Hold on. I want to bring Dave Smith. Dave, 1 minute. Go. Say your piece.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, Hassan, of the immigrant population that is here, how many of them do you feel like you two do? How many do you think feel British of the immigrant population that is here?
How many of them do I think feel British?
How am I going to answer that question? But
I know.
You got to ask that to the person that comes into the country. But listen to me. If you ask
how many of them do they feel British?
Do I want to live in this country? Do I want to support this country? Do I want the best for this country? Do I want progress for this country in an ethically moral manner? Yes. If those that you're asking, 1 minute, if those that you're asking are giving you those same answers, then take them to be the ones that want to be British. But if the ones that are saying yes and then want the demise of your nation, the rape of your women, the pimping of your children, then don't take them for their fucking word. Please don't. Because guess what? These bastards are the only ones that are going to be able to use this system to get in.
So Dave,
mine is
okay, one at a time. Guys, now we can't hear anyone.
It
is up for the civic.
We've done in 2 seconds, Elron. So Dave, yeah, if you actually look at non-whites, non-English people, or non-British people, 80% of them, yeah, vote for Labour, right? So only 20% of non-British people would even consider voting Conservative, let alone any other stronger party. So I think that should answer your question, man. 80% of these people hate us. So
80% of them hate the British because they vote Labour. You consider that hating the British?
Yeah. Well, in your
this is the moronic mind of fucking Leon. He thinks that if you vote Labour, you hate Britain.
If you vote Labour, yeah, if you vote Labour, you hate Britain, yeah. 100%.
Okay, thank you for sharing, Leon. You have excluded yourself from any rational thought.
Dave, I think the question of Dave Smith was quite good, and every civic nationalist has to answer that question, and they have to answer that to
which question?
Nationalists. The question of how many feel British, and with British, I would say bring in another word of how many people you let in of non-British native stock have dual loyalty, and how can you make sure that they are not lying to you?
Elendo, how would you honestly hold on, Has, hold on, let me address this. Elendo, how would you actually gauge how many people feel British? It's like saying how much do you feel happy on a given day?
But surely you can tell us from your own experience, right, Banksy? You live in London.
How much?
I'm sure you know.
I live amongst very, very British sort of, or at least my circle of people are incredibly British people, because Iranians love this country. They appreciate everything about this country. Most Iranians that I talk to adore this country, especially those are relatives of mine who became Christian and were persecuted in Iran. When they came here, the Christians absolutely gave them so much help. It was unbelievable. They actually helped them buy their first house, because the English are amazingly helpful and generous people. So, as from my anecdotal experience,
do you have a doubt that
they love Britain.
Do you have a doubt that they're amazing people, bruv? This is the thing that what killed me is that.
Well, you want to
you think that English are not nice people? Don't
you
think
want to end their ethnicity? Your set of values.
Do you not think that English are nice people?
Ends English and
they're good people. Not
in other words, no. I want to summarize the points that were made as a given to us for an answer. The answer is you can't answer the question. You have no idea how many people
of course not. But can you
British descent have dual loyalty and have.
Can you tell me how many Germans not living in Germany have loyalty or feel loyal to the countries that they live in?
No, you're changing the question.
No, but that's the same question. If Germans go to Australia, how many of them do they feel Australian?
If they're good people or not, though, isn't it? It's irrelevant if they're good or not. Even if they're all good, we still don't want them here. It's irrelevant if they're good.
Well, Leon, that's why you're not part of the conversation. You're an idiot who is irrelevant to the conversation.
How do they benefit? Explain how they benefit. They're a net loss.
Well, what they do is they complete surgeries that maybe skills are not being found in the national gene pool, or have the abilities to keep up with the demand of. I'm not saying that they've not got smart people out there, but what I'm saying is that they need more of the good stuff. And according to your principles on how this is going to go, is that we're going to get all these people that have been trained up to do these amazing skills.
80% of Muslims are working.
Okay, that suits me.
We are moving away from the question.
Wait, just 1 second, man. If you look at the population of England, right? Yeah, we're probably around 74% British at the minute, yeah, and 26% are not British, right? If you look at the NHS, yeah, right. 75% are British workers, and the other 25% are not British workers. So if we get rid of the immigrants, the employees who are not British in the NHS don't matter. So it goes back to exactly the same. It's all your thing is redundant. Don't matter.
Look, Banksy, you've got Natty backstage again. This guy, I think the whole chat agrees, is an absolute joke of a character. Can we kick him and actually get some real conversation?
No,
all he does is
because Hassan is my man. He's one of my boys, and also he's the only other voice of ethno-nationalist voice on this panel. So I'm not going to stack this panel with fucking ethno-nationalists.
Define what a fascist is. Tell us.
It's just shouting.
I am a person that's got this really weird ideology that thinks that theirs is the only way.
My own people exist.
Tell us what a fascist is.
I just said it, you dumb fuck.
Crazy idea, huh, Blue Man?
If you want a dictionary example of it, go look it up.
Guys, one at a time.
No one's saying that you shouldn't.
Okay.
What's a fascist? Define fascist.
Dan's gone.
Dave's
gone.
Adamant.
Can you tell us? Can you define fascist for us?
Let's
please?
bring Natty
I just did.
No, you didn't. You told us some fucking.
We're all listening, Merson. We're all listening. Define fascism again. We didn't hear you. Ask on you go. Define fascism.
But then rewind it and then look it up and hear it again. If you want the definition of what you want it, you look it up.
I've never said I'm a fascist. I've never said I'm a fascist.
No. He said we're all fascists, yeah. But he said a fascist is someone with a crazy idea. What idea? What idea is a crazy?
Yeah,
that's the only way that it's gonna work.
What are you talking
Shall
about?
we? Do you want me to read
What are you
the
talking about,
dictionary
mate?
definition of fascism?
Like you.
Can you please define the thing that you're
Well,
saying
I just
we
said
are?
that. Well, no, mate. If you want the definition of it, look into
Yeah,
a
but
dictionary.
describe it.
Bro.
know the definition. We're asking
Above, look again.
Do you know the
it's
definition?
Your idea. Look, listen. You're
Do you know
saying
what
that
fascism is?
you
What's
represent
I
millions
represent
of
something that you're unable
people
to
of
describe.
your countrymen.
Okay,
The
guys,
same
do you want me to
countrymen
read
that
it?
are fucking foreigners
You don't
having
even know
children
me.
with them. Mate, I don't need
Fucking
to know.
foreigners.
it was-
So I
it's-
represent people that,
it's easy.
that are
It's
miscegenation.
A political
kind of
philosophy,
marauding
movement,
around.
or regime such as that of the
There's you and
fascist.
many.
Sorry, that of the
let me give you a
fascist
history lesson
that exists
about
nation.
fascism.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, Banksy. If you want to finish your point, I let you
Well, I was
go
just going to
first.
read the definition of fascism, but I guess nobody wants to. I'm just
All right,
going to.
I can-
Yeah, it's
well,
okay. You
well,
carry
sure.
on. Carry on. I
because
think it's rhetorical anyway. Most of these guys know what fascism is.
Yeah, it is. So
Thots doesn't.
what people often people who don't
I
care
don't need
about
to.
it, who never read
No,
any
let-
books
let-
or
You
something.
don't need
okay?
to. You don't need to know
What-
the
what
thing
they
you're calling
don't-
people. Okay, big brain.
Has,
Okay.
has.
Yeah, what they
Guys,
don't
can we give
realize
Erendor
is
1 minute?
Whenever
Go
you're
on.
talking about
Can has spell fascist.
Erendor
whenever
gets
you
1 minute.
talk-
Everybody
you're
else
talking-
shush.
Yeah, let me just. I need 1 minute.
We're saying
okay?
let Aaron finish.
Whenever you're talking about ethno-nationalism, which is basically nationalism, as nationalism was described before World War II, all the states were ethno-national states, basically in Europe. Okay, we were thinking in an ethno-nationalist way without even have to write it in the laws. Okay. And some did, like the Germans did write it in the laws, as well as other countries. That was before fascism even existed, and the National Socialist State existed. So to combine ethno-nationalist equals fascism or gas chambers or something is completely wrong, and just shows me that you have to learn a lot about your history.
Okay, your time is up.
This is summed up quite well. This is summed up quite well in a meme.
Natty, you get a minute. Go.
Elrond has just said. It's basically 99.99999% of people who trod this earth before us would have been considered Nazis and racists by fat, retarded, inbred Russian mongrels like Has and Iranian.
Okay. Let him finish it.
Iranian
Has, you get a
fedora
minute
wearing
immediately.
retards like Banksy.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Are you done, Natty?
Yeah.
There.
Okay. Hassan gets a minute to respond to that.
These retards.
Nat-
Every one of our ancestors would have looked at these pathetic retards and laughed at them.
I thank you, Natty, for your statement.
There's a
Now,
question
no.
from the chat.
Has gets a minute to reply to that. Go ahead, Has.
So can Has spell Has before he replies?
Go, Has. Reply. Reply now. Reply. It's your minute, dude. Your
All
minute.
I know is it's very simple. Okay, your great nation became great for certain reasons of it. Finding out and going out and checking out all what
Probably
was available
killing
for
people
them.
like you.
And
Shush,
they
shush.
used
1 minute.
the best of it and brought back the best of it. And unfortunately, there's some people that thought that they were going to be as good as, but sadly, it wasn't the point that they were good enough. We take leaders like Napoleon. We take people that are Drakes, are things that of this description, and we have got to where we are because of this. And if it weren't for them, we will be inbred cavemen that
You
sit
are an
down
inbred
smashing
caveman.
stones.
Napoleon.
like
He's got
the
15
Mark
seconds.
Collette Crew.
Do you
all right?
consider Jews as
And
inbred?
15
these guys
seconds.
Don't
Okay.
realize.
The
These
Greek
Guys,
Empire-
guys,
the
don't make me
Greek
mute
Empire
you.
didn't
don't
exist.
realize.
The Roman
that-
Empire
that-
didn't
yeah,
exist.
And these people just want you to
Okay.
go back to the days
Okay,
of
Has-
fucking your
You
sister.
were
and
Okay,
make
Time.
them
before
legal.
Napoleon. This
Time.
is what he just
Okay,
said.
who wants to go
were-
next?
We Europeans didn't, but nothing before Napoleon.
Who wants to go
What
next?
a ridiculous statement.
Has, do you consider Jews as inbred? Because they only mix with each other.
They are. They actually Jews
would you
actually
like me to be
have.
honest with you?
No,
Yeah, I
no,
would.
they are.
If
Jews
you're
are
telling
actually
me-
inbred to some
if
extent.
You're telling me that you can't go fuck something else. By consequence, you will have to become an inbred.
Yeah, no,
So
it's
if that's what
true.
they're doing. That's what they are.
So you're calling
Leon,
Jews inbred.
Leon,
It's
Jews-
anti-Semitic.
I'm
Jews
just saying,
do
if
have-
That's what they do. What I'm saying is, if that's what they do, that is what it is.
But Jews do actually inbreed to some extent. That's why they have certain. They have a condition.
I'm worried about saying Jews are inbred.
No.
If that's what you want me to say.
No, but the thing is, the thing is, Has.
But if you're you're old. That's what you'll become.
Look at The problem is, Leon, Jews actually have inbreeding problems.
Don't come out with that.
The Jews are very successful, even though
piece of shit. Now we've got the truth coming out. You want to fuck your sister, innit? You want to fuck your sister, don't you?
I don't know. Maybe Leon already has.
Come on, sit down. Be a good boy in the corner.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't put it past
Leon.
Now
you're saying what you think of the indigenous people. At least you're being honest, right? Natty, what are you going to say?
No. We think of the indigenous people like we know. We think of them like the Welsh fuck sheep. The Scots are constantly fucking haggis, and the English, the ones, the outskirt ones are fucking their sisters. We know these things. We know the English fuck their sisters. The Welsh fuck sheep, and the
look at the absolute state of you has. It's fucking nuts. And you're talking about us.
I'm not handsome enough for your erection to come about. I am so sorry. Don't get your cock up.
Netty, if you're not turned on by Hassan, I don't know what can turn you on.
Fucking miserable cock up. I am gonna go down now and whip myself across the satanic fucking crosses that you guys fucking pray upon, you fucking prick.
Maybe you should.
Banksy, can I say something to the lower tower today?
Okay, Has. Arundel, he wants to talk about the actual Laura Towler and Ricky. Now, by the way, just before you guys start, before you start, I just want to point out. Yeah. This is the reason why I didn't have all you fuckers on here with Ricky at the same time. I want you to remember that.
The main problem is being Haas berging out the whole time and shouting at everyone like
you guys talk over each other, all of you. You're all fucking guilty.
You fuck off. Mate, that's the only problem with you. You could tell that you're sitting there, okay, thinking, what can I say to this guy to make him shut up? And you know what? All you got is visions of your mum getting fucked by you.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Now this guy wasn't just here. Like we'd actually have a normal conversation.
But Arundel, guys, Arundel wants to have his say.
Okay, guys.
It's your guy, not ours.
First
let Arundel go.
I wanted to say this guy is basically a supporter of the British First movement, and I think he's doing a great job.
For Britain.
For Britain. Britain First is a different group.
To destroy Britain First in the stream. Just sitting on the stream in a bed, right, laying down on the stream is very disrespectful. All right, to the
lay down on the street, kiss my ass.
It is bad optics, but let me now speak about.
I know.
Now let me speak about this guy having to sit on a chair and talk to us like Hitler, and have to explain to us like good little boys how bad it is.
I've just defended the Jews against your anti-Semitic statement, Haas. Imagine that, an ethno-nationalist, so-called Nazi. Defending a Jew against the civic nationalists.
You fucking prick.
Yeah, Banksy.
Okay, guys.
Spunk all in their mouth, you fucking.
Yeah, this is what immigrants do, man.
Great.
That's what it is.
This is Britain First here, guys. Look at this.
Merkian.
Look at this.
Okay, Leon, Arundel.
Let me just get through to Ralph's thick, tiny little fucking mind. What I said in regards to, I would love to represent them. You fucking deaf cunt.
I hope you represent Britain.
This is what happens when you fuck your sister. You can't even hear what's being said. You can't hear when inbreeding happens. You can't hear what's being said. You fucking prick. You dumb fuck. You stupid. I'm sorry I don't get up for you. I'm sorry I don't get up for inbred. You're the one that wants to be a inbred. You're the one that wants to be an inbred. You fuck.
Wait, you're not Muslim. I thought Muslims bang their own cousins. You're the Muslim, right? Descendant of a Muslim.
I'm not Muslim.
Fuck up, you dumb
guys,
fuck.
calm down. I know I started it. I'm sorry for that. But anyway, okay. I think
at some point. Come on, man.
I think the most important thing. I get out of the conversation with Ricky and Laura was the point that actually right now I must say the civic nationalists are turning the overturn window to the left, because most leftists I talk to hadn't had the balls to deny that there is such a thing as Germans or the British people, okay? That most leftists wouldn't make that point because they are fearing the backlash. But yes, I have to say congratulations to the civic nationalists by shifting the overturn window to genocide the indigenous people of Europe.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask before we move on too much: is Prince Philip British? Anyone?
Who are you asking?
Prince Philip, the husband, of the Queen. Is he British?
He's more Germanic and Jew. He's more
Is
German
he
than
British?
Jewish.
Yeah, I agree. He's not. No, I don't know.
Is he considered British?
No.
By who?
So
are we to agree with your
Prince
definitions?
Philip is not British.
Oh my God!
According to you guys,
are going to go up against the monarchy as well.
I know. This is what I mean. They're gonna start fucking disassembling the monarchy. I want these fuckers to convince the rest of this country that the monarchy is not British and they should be deported.
If we go back to after World War One,
is Prince Philip British?
Should I give my opinion?
Is Prince Philip British?
No, hold on a sec. I mean, that's it. Look, the thing about the debate was,
You let you and Natty. Shut up, Blue Monday. Who the fuck have you let you and Natty? You're fucking no one, mate.
Is Prince Philip British? Answer me. Is Prince Philip British?
You challenged me to a debate and ran, so don't fucking give it a big one, you little pussy.
It is not about the 37 group against the patriotic alternative group now. We want to debate.
Longshanks shuts William Wallace down every time. That's how it goes.
Shit! You see, as soon as you get to the nitty gritties, these fucking English British people want to kill each other.
Welcome to society.
I know. Has. Hold on, guys.
Why did Ricky Doolan do a copyright strike on No Chance?
Hold on.
Why did he do that?
I don't care.
After he's a free
Hold
speech,
on 1 second.
free speech merchant.
Yeah. Has.
Why did a copyright
Blue, chill for 1 minute. Has. Listen, hold on. I want to make this one statement. Has, just remember, we're the barbarians here, and then and within 5 minutes, the fucking English is slaughtering the Scots. Within 5 minutes of conversation, these two fuckers are at each other's throats already. They're talking about Longshanks and William Wallace.
Telling those that went out not to come back.
But we're the barbarian hordes.
And had children, for those that are not to be there to go away. You're a bunch of inbreeding fucks.
Alright, to the point of the whole inbreeding and mixing is so good, okay? According to you, then the Turkish people or the Mexicans would be the master race right now, because they are mixed like hell with all the other people. Are they the master races?
Ralph, may I answer that? If I go round to loads of parts of the world, guess what? I see a lot of Turkish people integrated pretty well. Like they've got corner shops, restaurants, factories, kids going to school, kids going to look.
How many?
You want to laugh, but you want to laugh at the fact that Germany, Germany is literally running on industry.
How many Pulitzer prizes are there from Mexican people?
Forget that, bum.
How many Nobel prizes? How many? Wait, Has, do you really compare geniuses like Mozart, like Nietzsche? Like, okay, let's say, let's go with the Jew, like Einstein, with a kebab owner. Are you serious, man?
What do you mean? Comparing them to who?
Brother.
Hold on.
Are you telling me that the person? Are you telling me the person that invented the widget, the person that invented the widget has not got a significant part in life as well?
Now, wait a minute.
I'm telling you, according to you, mixing is so great.
Right.
Mixing is so great. I'm asking myself, why are there no Mexican
I
Nobel
just
Prize
answered it,
winners?
but why are you not taking the answer? I told you, there are Turkish people. You got loads of Turkish people around the world. According to you, we shouldn't. According to you, we shouldn't. And I'm saying, well, in your theory, you have failed there because we are everywhere.
Okay. Has.
The stream is a joke. Yeah, the stream is
you failed. None of you guys can put your point across at all.
You're just a fat guy shouting. You're just a fat guy shouting the whole thing.
I can't hear you guys. I can't actually hear you.
That's all you want to do.
You're just
fuck your sisters legally, mate.
You're just a fat guy shouting the whole time.
Okay, Monday.
You've just been a fat guy shouting the whole time.
Monday, is that all you're gonna say?
And you're a homophobe.
No. Has, let these guys. Let's go around a little bit.
You're homophobe.
Let's go around a little bit, guys.
Okay, you're just a fat guy shouting the whole time.
Okay,
so you want to get rid of them as well now, I bet.
Did you say a fat guy or a fat guy?
English homosexuals now, don't you? See, this
is he saying a fat guy or a fat guy?
They're the lesbians and the other one. So what you want to do? You want to do? You don't want no one offending your thought.
Sorry. Is it I can't actually hear the other people.
Plus, we should all become homosexuals because then white genocide will be happening much quicker.
Let's talk about the debate.
This is what you want to achieve. White genocide, right?
Can we talk about
this?
We should all.
You know what? This guy, if it weren't for the homosexuals,
make the kids gay.
Stop. And
let's talk about the debate.
The German war code that helped England. This guy would have had him up.
He's always deflecting from the actual
You're England's enemy, bro.
You're here to talk about the debate, right? None of us are going to talk to you unless you talk about the debate now, okay? Well, you've had enough of your retard hour in the corner. Shut the fuck up, man.
No,
We're trying to have an adult conversation. Yeah. Are you going to let others talk like a good boy? Are you going to let others talk? Or yes or no?
Listen,
mate. Right, okay, well, shut up for a second. Can you do that? Okay, can you be a big boy? Because you're taking the piss, right?
No, well then don't make stupid statements without having it to be challenged.
Okay, so you're the only other people make stupid statements.
He's chimping out.
Yeah.
Okay. Calm down. You can do it. I believe in your house, okay? Right, we're here to talk about the debate and the fact that Ricky Doolan got absolutely obliterated.
Okay.
This word, he got destroyed, okay? And he doesn't. None of you people are able to recognize the ethnicity of anyone. You don't believe any distinct ethnicity.
If you could pronounce obliterated,
you're making stupid claims.
Hold on.
The other human being is talking. The other human being is talking.
Listen,
you talk for 1 minute.
Your laws have given others rights to move in there, and they've all helped. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Blue, your ATIQ points.
Hold on.
No, I can't deal with you.
Let's go to the debate.
Hold on. Just chill for 1 minute, Haas.
We're here to talk
1
about
minute.
the debate.
Banksy, I have a question to Banksy and Haas.
Okay.
I have a question to Banksy.
No. Haas is out for 1 minute. Haas is gonna chill. Now, Blue, you said something about Ricky Doolan got owned by this debate, in that debate because of.
Well, he's not even able to define like ethnicity or what the British people are, and ethnically speaking, he doesn't actually recognise the British people as having a right to their homeland, and he basically just spent the whole time pivoting in individualistic bullshit kind of tropes that we've been seeing for years. It's just he doesn't believe in any like ethnic cohesive collectivism at all. So I don't know if this guy just hates British people or he hates himself, or he I don't know what his crack at, but he's taking the piss. He got destroyed. He got absolutely destroyed.
Well, according to you, of course, for you would think that, but you don't actually realize how the game is played because, unfortunately, I believe you're low IQ. Because what you got to account for now, listen to my argument why you're low IQ and you don't know how the game is played. Ricky Doolan's YouTube channel has 273 people. Sorry, Haas, I think someone's echoing.
You're gonna have to like.
Who's
Why
playing?
don't you just remove him so we can
Someone's-
actually have a conversation?
Thank you, Hass.
That'd be
Thank you.
amazing.
Okay,
Banksy,
Blue,
for
Blue.
fuck's sake, get rid of him.
Yeah, Jesus
No,
Christ.
Hass is my guy. I don't give a shit what you guys say.
Oh, he's
Banksy,
not-
can I just say something? I'm going to go, Banksy. I just want to say something before I go. I just want to say, you know, Hass, you're probably going to get deported. Banksy, you've probably got enough views that you might fit in the 5%. Blue
sure.
Monday, Hale, the Hammer of the Scots, Longshank, and El Rondor, 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup, and Natty, keep up the glory print. See you lot later.
Okay, thank
See
you.
you, man.
But Blue, the fact is that the Ricky Doolan's YouTube channel has 237 subscribers.
Yeah, he's
He
aggressive,
had
just trying to get views.
1,200 viewers on that one show alone. Who
Yeah, they're all
really
from
lost
us.
that debate?
Well, did you see the amount of like propaganda and memes we got from it?
Who cares? Who cares? His name is in your fucking mouth. He's living rent free in all your fucking minds for 3 days right now. For almost a week actually. He's living rent free in your fucking head.
Him for memes. Or we're just using him for memes
and
and
he's
debate
living
tactics,
rent free
right?
in your head and all over
Oh,
Twitter.
right,
British
okay.
Lives
I think
Matter
we're-
is
to be
all
honest,
over
I think
Twitter.
no.
All
Banksy,
over. You
Banksy,
guys don't
no.
know how the game
We're
is
in
played.
No,
No.
I will now explain you how meta politics works. Okay, we take this guy who describes himself as a civic nationalist as an example, and we tick out the parts that he was, in our opinion, very interested in how we can subscribe or describe a civic nationalist in the future. We can now go to the British indigenous people and say, according to these guys over here, you don't even exist, okay? So this debate right there will now bring more people to us because he was honest, because Laura pressured him on that question and he slipped after the fourth time. He showed his real face, okay? Now we can go to the British people and say, these people not even recognize you. For them, you're just as British and just as
No, you're just as British. Yeah, you're just as British.
It don't matter if
No,
you become
the thing
a
is, Aaron, though,
minority
what
to
you don't
that,
realize.
it doesn't matter that all
Aaron,
you have built, all you have
Aaron,
created, you are part of building the modern world. It doesn't matter
Aaron,
because everyone can be you.
Yes, everyone can. That's the point. The fact
So,
is
wait,
that
Banksy,
he actually
hold on.
did. Hold on.
I
Let
wanna
me
clear
finish this.
something up
Let me
for
finish
you,
this
Banksy.
one thing.
Go on.
Let me finish one thing. The fact is, Aaron, though, yes, he did show that everyone can be British. That's the point. That's where the debate actually arose.
Okay,
that you
all right.
guys, you try to
Banksy,
reinterpret what the term
you
British
have no
means,
context-
and it doesn't mean
context
that,
already, okay?
and it has
What
moved
I
on.
want to suggest is that we sit on a panel together and watching a movie called Hitler the Anti-Racist, okay? And why I bring up this movie, this animated movie of White Rabbit Radio, why I do that? Because I tell you why. What Hitler did in that movie, that fictional animated movie, is he subscribed to civic nationalism, okay? And he opened the borders of Israel. So if I, for example, would be
Nah,
an
screw your
enemy of the
microphone, you
state,
stoner idiot.
if I would be an enemy of Israel, I would go there and telling them the Jews are not even existing. It doesn't matter. Everyone can be Jewish and Israeli. So and it is racist for you to make the statement that Israel should stay a majority Jewish. What do you think about that?
What do you mean? As in, hold on, Hassan. If you're still listening, I hope you are, dude. I think it's a bit dodgy to be grinding something on live cam, on YouTube. I don't think YouTube.
Yeah, he just exposed himself as a degenerate.
YouTube's not
That's your
gonna
man.
approve that. So I just do it off cam, and then come back on cam once you've done your thing, because
He's contributing such.
I'm a little bit concerned about how you. No, I don't care. I don't really care about smoke. I'm just worried about.
Nata, you could be a bit louder.
Oh, sorry, you just find us here.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna
Yeah,
bring Hassan on as soon as he's finished skinning up.
Oh,
I guess.
great. So we've got-
listen, let me ask you something, Banksy, because you said that anyone can be British and anyone can be Iranian.
Yes.
Is there any country or any ethnicity in the world that anyone can't be? So anyone can just be
ethnicity.
anything they
No,
want?
you can't be any ethnicity. You can't be black. You can't be Chinese, but you can be a Chinese citizen.
Black isn't an ethnicity. Black isn't an ethnicity.
Black isn't an ethnicity. Okay, you can't be Nigerian, but you can be a Nigerian citizen and be a patriotic Nigerian.
You said anyone could be Nigerian.
No, not as an ethnicity, but as a nationality. Yes.
But this wasn't the point Ricky was making. He goes way farther than that. He was denying even the ethnicity.
No, he wasn't. When did he deny
Yes,
the
he
ethnicity?
was.
At what point did he
was
say
the
you can't
same.
be English? At what point did he say you can't be Scottish?
He spent the whole.
He
He
said
spent the whole
Laura,
debate.
No, he
Laura
never said that.
is not British.
Yeah, he spent the whole debate denying
Yes.
British
No, because
ethnicity. The whole
she's-
debate denying
No.
British ethnicity.
No.
He doesn't recognize that there's an
because-
ethnic
And you
British.
did too, Banksy.
Okay,
You
let me
did too
let
in
me
your
just
research.
because let me tell
said
you.
Laura isn't British.
No,
So you
Laura
agree
is
that we
English.
can't be ethnically
She's
Nigerian,
British.
and so other people
No.
hence cannot be
What-
ethnically British.
what
This
I'm-
land is
no.
the land of the ethnically
No.
British. Our ancestors built this country. None of yours did.
You
this
can-
is for the
you
ethnically
can
British.
go
mate,
ahead
that's-
and
that-
make this
and
up
we-
any
and
shit
we'll,
way you
and we'll
want.
happily go down into the gutters of history trying to defend
You
our
will
land.
go down to
Yeah,
the gutters
that's-
of history
that's
trying to
pretty
defend
well,
it.
yeah.
But
That's
what
gonna
I will
take 10
tell you
seconds
is that
explanation. Now
history.
Banksy's going to have to do a backflip mental gymnastics to try and explain.
There
how
is
that's
no
not
mental
true, even though
gymnastics. It's
everyone
very
in the world
easy.
recognises
You
that
guys
it's
don't
true for
understand it.
themselves and for everyone else in the world.
Yeah, because you guys
Yeah,
don't
we're
understand
evil,
it because
we're
you're
evil, but
idiots.
we want to preserve the rich tapestry of all the ethnicities around the world. We don't want to end Japanese culture and ethnicity. We don't want to end Indian, Japanese,
But-
Canadian, native,
but
whatever. We
Japanese-
want all
no.
ethnicities.
Is
to flourish
Canadian
in their
is Canadian an
homelands.
ethnicity?
Our ethnic
Blue,
ancestors
blue,
made this homeland.
blue,
You didn't. End
Blue,
of. You're not.
blue
you're
is
not the same as
Canadian
us.
an ethnicity? Can anyone be Canadian, or is it an ethnicity?
Canadian is umbrella nationality
Ah,
term in which there's different
so-
ethnic
so
terms.
what
No, but
ethnicity
that's
is
different,
Canadian?
But that's a different because that's a settler country.
is
There's
it?
Ethnic, there's
Is
white
it
ethnic-
different?
There's white European ethnicities that do comprise to be Canadian primarily. Yes. Yeah, there's Northern, Western,
But can
European
any
ethnicities
ethnicity be
that they
Canadian?
comprise
Can a
the Canadian.
Nigerian go to Canada and become a Canadian?
No.
Huh?
They can't be a Canadian.
not
A
in terms
Nigerian
of the
can't go
white-
to
not in terms
Canada
of the white,
and
the
become
white
a
people
Canadian.
that built Canada and the white people that built America.
So Nigerians can't be
the
Canada.
people that funded these countries were
So,
white.
so
right?
you're a white supremacist. That's
See,
what you are. Admit
What's a white
it.
supremacy?
You're a white
What's
supremacist.
a white
You only
supremacy
want
to say
white
that
people.
If white people, if a white ethnic
Europeans
peoples,
built Canada.
If can
for
so
saying that,
so
you're now white
Nigerians can't be
supremacist.
Canadians then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
So white
So do
people
you
can be
think-
white
so you
Canadian.
think
White
Jewish-
people
Jewish
can
people are
can
supremacists, then?
can Nigerians be Mexicans?
well, Mexicans in ethnicity.
No, can they be Mexican in their nationality?
Well, we're talking
No.
about ethnicity because we're ethno-nationalists. Ethno.
Yeah, you're white supremacists. But is
You know what the-
Mexican?
the
But Mexico
ethno
isn't a homogeneous, isn't an ethnically homogeneous
wait,
country.
Isn't there even in Nigeria in the constitution that you can only be Nigerian if you're ethnically Nigerian?
No,
I
you
think
can be
it's
Nigerian
even in the
citizen.
constitution.
Look,
Nigerian
we're white
And
citizen.
Nigeria is an ethno
You
state.
can't be you can't be ethnically Nigerian.
Guys, let me get this one right. So if we're white supremacists because we believe that countries that were built by white people should belong to the white people, what about Israel then? Because they have one of the most prominent ethno states in the
Israel
world.
is an ethno state.
You've
Yeah.
actually just committed an anti-Semitic trope there because what you've done, sir, you need to be very careful about
Why?
this, is you've actually committed a mass anti-Semitism because by your logic, the Jewish people are the biggest supremacists in the world. 'Cause
They
they're the biggest
they are
ethno-nationalists.
ethnic. They are
You
ethno.
need to be
Yeah.
very careful about what
Yeah,
you're saying here.
You anti-Semite.
No,
And these guys can get
Nigerians.
reported for anti-Semitism.
Nigeria.
Yeah,
No,
look,
sorry.
I'm going to call Ricky Doolon's handler and be like, yo,
Israelis.
bro, this Banksy guy,
Israel
he's an
is an
anti-Semitic trope.
ethnic.
Yeah, watch out.
Israel is an
I can't
ethno
believe you just
state.
accuse the Jewish people of being supremacists.
Careful
No.
now.
Yes.
Your YouTube channel is on the line, Banksy.
Look,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck
Don't-
you guys
don't-
gonna say.
don't mock the
Hold
Jews.
on,
Everyone
hold
has the
on
right
one
to
second.
homeland.
Let me
Yeah,
finish
yeah.
this statement.
Apart from all white people.
Let me
according
finish the
to you.
statement.
Why do
Just
you,
mute
why
up.
do you attack the Jews like this? What's wrong with you? Why are you
God's
such
sake.
an anti-Semite?
Yeah, so the,
Okay.
the Jews have a right
The
to their homeland and their ethnic.
The statement that I want to make is that yes, Israel is an ethno state, but the reason Israel is an exceptional in this scenario or has been given this exceptional set of circumstances is because of the set of exceptional set of historical circumstances of the Holocaust. The
What were the
Holocaust.
Ukrainians that got genocided by
for God's sake.
85% Jewish Bolshevik commanders?
It doesn't matter.
20 million
No,
genocided
first of
by
all,
Jewish
you're blaming
commanders.
Jews.
Do they get an ethno state as well?
You're blaming Jews.
Shall they give them Egypt? Or something?
That was Russia. That was the Soviet Union. That had nothing to do
but
with Jews.
85. No, but
that had nothing to do with Jews.
Trotsky Jew, Lenin Jew, Stalin Jew.
It doesn't matter. This was Soviet Union. You can go ahead and conspiracy.
They were knowingly integrated with Jewish.
You can go ahead and make any conspiracy theory shit you like because you guys are anti-Semites, but that was the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union did that.
Banksy,
it had nothing to do with Jews.
That Trotsky, Lenin, and all of these leaders were Jewish?
Some of them were, some of them weren't. That's the problem. You guys think everybody's Jews. No, they were not Jews. Majority of the leadership and the Soviet Union was actually Orthodox Christian. And look, this is the thing. You guys are fucking deep in your fucking Infowars bullshit. Are you going to give me an Infowars link next? Are they turning the frogs gay?
Good reading, Banksy.
You guys
this
are
was a
up in
Nobel
your
Prize
fucking
winner. Solzhenitsky, the guy that Jordan Peterson always quotes. Of course, he leaves out the important stuff, right?
Yeah, 200 years together doesn't get mentioned.
He's a Nobel Prize winner, and he's agreeing with us.
Look, you guys are up your ass with anti-Semitism.
You know, they were Jews.
If you like, whether you like to accept it or not, the state of Israel is going to exist. Is going to exist and will exist because of the Jewish Holocaust.
The argument you're making, Banksy, is that of the state of Israel, they've got an exceptional circumstances.
They get an exceptional set of circumstances.
No, hold on. All countries have some creation where they were created through war. Okay, so to say your philo-Semitism, where you're like, oh, the Jews are so special, we can't say anything about their ethno state. Nobody else on the planet deserves an ethno state.
Get that, and they've only had it for 70 years.
Unless it's Jewish.
The fact is, the Jews get that. Look, whether you like it or not, the Jews get that because Erendor's ancestors slaughtered them.
Ever.
If Erendor's ancestors hadn't slaughtered the shit out of them, then they wouldn't have an ethno state. But because Erendor, so if you want to blame anyone, go fucking talk to those Germans.
So we are allowed only an ethno state after we are getting genocided by another people.
If your people get genocided, the rest of the world say, hey, how about if we give a piece of land to these guys?
The Jews knew that. In fact, the Jews
you might get that too.
No, but this statement alone tells me anything. Okay.
Yeah, the Jews
what does it tell you?
They needed
the Jews got an exceptional pass in this situation.
Can I ask one question? What is a system that you would have in place of it? Like, genuinely, because there's one thing that I do like about it, there's no cruelty involved. Like, you've got this idea that you want us to live peacefully. We get that. We get that you want to do.
Of course, that's bullshit.
What is your money earners? Like, what are you going to thrive and prosper in industry in? Like, how is that master plan? I'm sure as a person that sort of advocates for this, you would want the rest of the world.
We care about our identity. We care about the we care about the existence of our people primarily. Economics is second, whilst we will obviously have an economic prosperity put in place for our own people. The identity and the right of our human beings and our ancestors and our ethnicities and our cultures and our peoples and our lineages to survive and prosper in our own place without interference. Without other people, that will be our.
But the thing is, Blue.
Economically, there's lots of great stuff you can do as well.
Okay, Blue. Do you realize that the majority of this country?
Can you just clarify this 1 minute, Banksy, please? Can you just so I can get this really squared down? Can you just sort of clarify to my thick, low IQ?
Yeah, let me give you a.
Hold on, Erendor. Hold on. Let him finish his question.
Let me give you a simple analogy of how this works.
Erendor, just let him finish the actual question. He hasn't finished the question. Okay.
Everyone knows how a successful football team is being organized, right? You have a trainer.
Erendor.
You have a trainer, okay, and the trainer's purpose. The trainer's purpose is there so that the players feel good about themselves, He is subscribing them good, healthy food. He is saying to them, do this. This will benefit you. You know, be active. Have a good lifestyle and everything.
Okay,
like this.
Hold on. I don't know where this is going.
For people, okay?
Yeah, we get that.
And if they're happy and they're not guilted all the way, right? White guilt, they are more successful. Just imagine you tell the let's say what's the biggest club in the UK, Liverpool or something. Okay, you tell your players all the time, you're so bad. You have to let the others win, right? You have to pass the ball to the other team all the time because you want to be for equality because you had a head start and everything like this. This team will lose. Okay, we want the opposite.
Okay, thank you, Erendel.
Now, can you
go
do
to
me a
Blue
favor?
Monday.
The gentleman that asked that initial question.
Yeah, Blue.
Can you just tell me where's the interference? Like, what interference do you want the British people, the English people, to prosper and to fulfill their full potential?
Yep.
Like, because this interference bit is the only thing that I've got an issue with. Because until everything you said there, I don't think any British person has got a qualm against that. And I would even ask Banksy personally, Banksy, do you have a problem with the English people prospering, moving forward, getting ahead in life, making sure that
the English people don't exist according to you two retards?
Yeah, exactly.
No, the English people exist. No, we never said the English people don't exist. I said the British people are multitudes of people.
By our definition, you do not recognize the ethnic.
I don't accept your definition. I don't accept your definition. I don't accept your definition of British. Don't you get this?
National, yeah, I don't really
So I believe in ethnicity.
I don't accept your definition of British.
And that is the real world that you guys live in. It's irrelevant if you want to bring back hanging, because once upon a time hanging was legal. It's now no longer illegal because
no longer legal.
Deemed it not to.
Yeah. It's irrelevant what you think. What we're dealing with is the reality of the world. And the reality is you can go ahead and mental gymnastic the term British all you like. The reality is that more people, the word British expanded beyond what you wanted to be.
Windrush or Windfall, whatever. This is an homogenous ethno state for like 1,000 fucking years.
Yeah, and now it's not going to be. Blue, wake up to the reality. It won't be a homogenous ethno state.
But we're gonna stop it, and we're gonna fucking win, mate.
Good luck. Right? Good luck.
Yeah.
That's why.
Remember last
that's
time
why
you said that you believed that it was moral for the ethnic British people to be replaced because you know it's happening, and that's what's happening. You can't deny it.
No. I don't want you to be replaced. No, this is the thing. Nobody's asking for the ethnic English. Nobody's asking for the ethnic English, Scottish or Welsh to be replaced. Nobody wants that. Nobody's asking for it. It is up to you. It is up to you as the English, as the Scots and the Welsh and the Irish, to do what you can to maintain your numbers. It is not incumbent upon the foreigners to give you some incentive to have more fucking kids. Go shag your women and have lots of babies.
But Banksy, I've got an idea what these guys want. They want a whole load of foreigners round their bedroom cheering while they go for it. I think this is what is this.
The thing is, what they don't realize, what these English people don't realize is their own women don't want to fuck them. Your own women are running after the black guy. It's not like we're pushing them towards the ethnic guy. Your own women don't want to fuck you.
How much the rate is?
Yes.
Playing football with your friends.
Erendel.
Go home and fuck your missus.
Yeah, Erendel. The white women of Europe.
White people are the least likely to mix with others than any other.
Bullshit. Bullshit. The stats actually the opposite. The stats are white women actually have sex with more non-English, non-white people than any other race. All the other races are far more homogenous and selective of their own group than white women.
And everything like this,
no, it's the statistics. Go ask your dear leader Ralph. Go ask your fucking statistics god Ralph. White women are the least races
Alright,
of
I
the
will
race
look it
of
up
the
right
women in
now,
the
okay?
world. They have the most mixed marriages and mixed relationships than any other group of women. No, Pakistani women are not running around sleeping with white guys. Nigerians are not running around sleeping with white guys, but white women are sleeping with more non-white people than any other demographic, including
You keep
Chinese.
telling yourself that, you fucking loser.
Go and ask Ralph. Go and ask Ralph. Ralph's the one that's going to fucking show
firstly,
you the
that's been
stats.
deeply questionable on both sides. But additionally, the real point is you might actually be very correct in that. It's almost as if the whole system, the whole media, the whole education, and so forth is really designed in order to encourage white women into miscegenation. And, it's almost as if that's what the whole system wants us to do. It's almost as if they're ethnically and genociding European
Are you
people.
saying that your women are too stupid to realise that you're a good thing?
No, are you saying that?
No.
No,
why are they sleeping with
the real
foreigners
message
then?
is that you're not.
I think my women have been deeply brainwashed. I think my women are being deeply brainwashed by the whole system, which is inherently anti-white.
So you do think that?
No, that's not what I'm saying, sir. What?
Stupid.
No, I think
you're
all
just not
people in
brave
the
enough
homeland.
to say it.
I think there's.
I just think you're not brave
on,
enough to say it.
I'm gonna dip out. Thanks for having me on, Banksy. I still think you're a bit of a tard, and I think Haz is
It's
embarrassing.
okay. It's okay. You're delusional, Natty. That's the problem. You're fucked in the head. You're not on the right side of history. But history will show where you guys fall. But in the meanwhile, since we have lost one, let us bring in a new guy. Friendly Spurg, are you there? I don't know if Friendly Spurg even knows.
Hello.
Okay, thank you for your patience. Actually, you've been sitting here listening to us for ages and didn't feel the need to interject. What's your thoughts and where you stand on all this?
Oh, well, I just wanted to bring up the debate between Laura Towler and Ricky Doolan. I thought Ricky Doolan got absolutely trounced in that debate.
Okay, and why do you think that? What happened exactly? Which
well, for two main points. The two main points of the debate was his denial of the race of the British people even existing, and then his denial of ethnic replacement of the British.
Okay, now when it comes to the denial of the British people existing, do you share the same definition as British as Laura Towler, I presume?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, then that's why you think he denied it, because you're not following. You two don't have the same definition of what is to be British. As far as Ricky is concerned, he never denied any. There are plenty of British people, and British people will never be replaced because there will always be British people. So British people will go on for eternity as long as human beings exist and Britain exists, because the people who live here, who call themselves British, like me and Hassan, will always be here, and will be millions of more people like us, and others will all be British. So British people will never go into extinction.
Can I say one thing as well? Do you mind me?
Yeah,
let's
just break the ethnic British out of existence. Oh, great.
Do you mind me one question? 1 second. How many generations, like say for example, my kids, when do they become kids?
How many do you go back? How many?
Here's the question.
How many do you
become English?
Yeah.
Or is it my kids are English?
No, the thing is, Hassan, as long as Hassan, as long as the thing is with these guys, with us, we're sort of fairly newcomers, if you like, to this game. But the Jews have actually been here. Some of them go back as far as the 1800s, and they still don't consider the Jews as British. And even those Jews who are literally from like centuries ago, they've been here. So these guys will never accept you as a British person, no matter what.
As far back as the 1800s, because there was actually Jews here a long, long time ago, but they were all kicked out in 1290 because of their subversive tendencies. That they've been kicked out of 109 other countries too because of those exact same subversive tendencies. So. Yeah, there's a reason you can only go as far back as the 1800s to find Jews in Britain.
But
why can't you make a law that stops international law interfering in your own? I mean, that's got to be a lot more simple than building this utopia that someone beautifully explained in this chat. I can't remember who, but I was like thinking, yeah, I'll sign me up for that. I'll fuck off there. Fucking mate, what? You're going to build my fucking nation like I'm used to and send me over there? What?
Well, we don't see it as your nation. We don't
No,
see
no,
it
no.
as
He's
your
not talking about this
Mate,
nation. He's
see,
talking about
don't tell me
someone
what
building
I
up
see
some
my nation
Britain.
as, bruv.
It was,
I
it
see
was,
it.
it was
We
Leon.
do
It
not
was
see it as
Leon who
nation.
said that they're gonna build all
What?
these other foreign. It was Leon who said they're gonna
Your
help
definition
build
of
all
British.
these other nations so that all the foreigners can go back to their country of origin because their countries will be great. But of course, Leon is also insane and delusional. He thinks that only white people can be Australian, and he doesn't even account for the Aboriginals that actually live there, who are actually
And the
black.
Russians ain't white. I've heard that as
And
well.
Russians
the
aren't
Russians
white.
ain't I was
This is
like,
what I mean. Unfortunately, the mindset and the mental processes of these guys are not coherent, and they think they're the ones who've got the winning smackdown arguments.
Yeah.
That's the amazing part. They
Like,
walk.
I
You know,
really
every person
how
on this
are your
conversation.
women gonna avoid this incest gene pool that you're eventually going to have to overcome?
What are you
Like
talking
Israel
about?
has had this problem. Israel had this problem. And
Yes.
look, stop doing this. Look, learn from
No,
history, man.
yeah,
Like, you can't just
this-
keep bumping onto that wall and going, "Oh, we better start from the beginning again. We might find a different way." No,
This
you
was
hit that
millions
wall.
of
Like,
No, it's the inbreeding.
boys,
He's talking about
listen,
inbreeding.
You're making it sound like we're
Yeah,
against
inbreeding the
England.
Jewish was
Stop
actually
doing
more
that.
The Jews.
What-
By the way,
truth is, you're the one that is against England. This was
Yes.
killing me.
Of
You're telling
course.
me that all
Enough.
these universities that we have taught these fucking beautiful minds in, you're telling them, go fuck off somewhere else, bro. We don't need this goodness
No,
here.
we're not. We're offering them. Well, I mean, I'm not.
No,
agreeing.
no, but that is what you're doing.
No, listen.
You
What
dress it
people
like
are
how you
saying-
want.
No, well, if you let me address it.
It kills
okay,
me.
okay. Blue, go.
We believe in basically our right to have our homeland like 95%
No
or
one's
higher.
saying you're not.
No, we are
What
because
part
you
of
don't
we
even
said,
recognize.
bro, Banksy, have you said these guys can't have their own country?
I
Yes,
never
he
said such a
saying-
thing.
he said
I
it
never
repeatedly.
said such. I
He
think
said
that
we
English,
aren't allowed our
Welsh,
homeland when 95% ethnic stop. He
No,
doesn't
you-
believe it's
whether
valid. He
I
said
mean,
it
your
repeatedly.
95% is your
No,
own
what you're
delusional
saying
dream.
is
You can
want
go ahead and
the
try to
old
make that
English
happen.
dictionary of what British is, and since then, that old
Yeah,
British
well, it's been for
dictionary
1,000
is
years.
no longer here.
I know.
It's no
The
longer
thing
here.
is,
You're
Yours
still a
have gone
majority.
ahead of that.
That's not the
and
point.
changed
We're
that.
No,
still
no.
a majority.
Banksy,
We
Banksy,
can do it.
okay,
Can
go
I
ahead.
quickly make a screen share here?
Oh, okay.
All right.
You're not going to show us any Nazi paraphernalia, are you?
It's not a Nazi sign, I promise. All right.
Oh,
Do you see that?
Okay.
I don't know
No.
if I can click on that
Oh, Christ, it's so small.
and scroll. I can't make it bigger, fortunately.
Dramatic
But what you
increase
see-
in
Well,
image.
you know what?
What you see here
Make
is
it
the
however you want it to make.
intermarriage
We all know
rates, and you see that Asians are most likely to intermarry, and I have a hypothesis for this. Asians are looking for a high quality status to make their children's life better. So marrying up is a strategy for them, right? When they come in new, for example, the Chinese or the Japanese people, they already have a very positive picture in their head with white people. When you will look farther into who they are marrying, they are not marrying blacks or Hispanics, they are marrying whites. So they are marrying up. The Asians are a unique case, okay? Then you see blacks with a rate of 18, all right? And
the
why the
whites.
rate of Hispanics, I would say, is so high, because they're already mixed. So they don't care anymore. This is the danger of
So
mixed
according
race
to
people.
your statistics,
of
the
mixed
people in
race
Saudi
people,
Arabia are the
because-
best of the marriages because none of them
Please-
have divorces.
Hold
Please
on, hold
let
on,
me
hold
make
on.
my
Let him
point
finish the
here.
presentation.
See what I mean about
the
statistics?
myth,
They go
the myth,
the minute
the
you put
myth-
it to test.
the myth that white people have the most interracial relationships is, at least for America, debunked. Okay, I don't know about Britain, because yes, you will have more ethnocentric circles in Britain and also in Germany. Like the Turkish nationalists are very in-group preference like. In America, I would say it is a different picture. Okay, but at least for America, where most of the white people live, yeah,
Most of the white people in the world live in.
relationships.
Are you saying most
So
of the white
I've
people in
given
the
you
world
my
live in
source
America?
here. It is Pew Research Social Trends, and you can look it up. So,
But that's just for
now
America
Try
anyway.
to debunk it.
Yeah, that's for America. And you said most of the white people in the world live in America. Is that your statement?
Yeah, at least country-wise, yes.
Where do they go?
So most amount of
in
white.
In Europe, we have like 300 million or something. In America, it's almost the same.
300 million. Okay, so
Yeah,
so it's not the most, and it's the same.
Are we
as
addressing that white people are not enough? No one's saying it. No one's saying. Would you stop taking it to narratives that are not even being addressed here? We're not saying that English can't do what needs to be done. We're not saying that the English are these bad people. Stop fucking going down this narration. What we're saying is, what do you do in today's society? Once laws have been changed, legislations have been putting forward, shitloads of things have been moved for this to, you've got to deal with what is the current situation. You going up to them and going, well, you know what, I'm going to say abracadabra and wave this fucking wand several times in a red suit with pink shoes on, ain't going to cut it.
We simply do what we always have done.
Again, I'm asking you, the ones that are in this country that see themselves lawfully.
Do you want my answer or not?
How are you? No, you're not giving it, because what you're doing is you're going to the old English narrative of what British is.
No, first of all,
avoiding the realization of that does not fucking comply.
Okay, are you finished now?
First of all, not listen.
Okay, let him go. Let him go.
First of all, you changed the topic. I was bringing up a chart from a point we were talking on before about interracial relationships.
In Saudi Arabia,
because you have no other
mixed marriage.
Okay.
No. He's talking about white people. He's talking about white people.
Okay. First of all,
he's actually talking about specifically only Americans.
Right after I brought you proof and facts that you hate, you changed the topic. Okay. Let's go to the new topic, which is what we do when we create the new society. Yeah, we do what we always have done, what Europeans always have done. Build the best civilizations the world has ever seen. Okay, it's nothing new to us. It is normal to us.
Yes, agreed. But now what are you wanting?
No, we want what Europeans had for the last thousands of years.
What, you mean doner kebabs and curries after having a good night out?
What?
Run into the lake, but people that have had the good grace and the good knowledge of getting an education and moving ahead in life in a correct manner. You want these people to go down and start serving greasy kebab for your nation. You fucking inbred.
What?
You know.
Why are you always bringing up my kebab?
You're thinking ahead of us.
My
kebab. We can fucking... If the English people want their kebab so much, I'm sure we can find some British people who will cook the kebab, okay?
Now we get it.
Well, for thousands of years they didn't. They ate that fucking haggis shit.
Space, you moron.
Hey, look. All I'm saying is, for thousands of years, the British didn't until the Turks came and showed them kebabs.
See you in the sun. I get it.
One thing I will say, Erendor, for thousands of years, the British ate that spotted dick and their haggis before the Turks and the Indians came and gave them kebabs and curries.
Yeah, Bob.
They didn't seem to figure it out by then.
Yeah, and you know what? They're actively now.
He's taking you seriously, Banksy. That's amazing.
The thing is, Banksy.
But no, they didn't.
Nothing about you, Haas.
But it is true, they didn't. They didn't
living around the world.
They couldn't figure out curry.
Then, Haas, are you too low IQ to even understand Banksy's sarcasm?
Fucking inbred. Shut up, you.
No. But it is true. It's not. No, Erendor. It's not. I'm being serious on this point that it did take them several thousands of years to discover curry, and it had, and that's because they had to go to India in order to even get it.
Yeah,
so it's not like they didn't suddenly discover how to make it.
That's the bit that they're not seeing. That English people are smart enough to go to colleges and universities. learn and prosper to become better things.
Go to college.
I don't fear the future.
To learn cook.
Those that come later to busy themselves in getting their life better because they come from a place where they want to integrate. We'll have those ones. I get the ones that are coming in and want ill for your country. No one's advocating on the panel for them ones. Are you, Banksy? You don't want terrorists to come into this country, do you?
I don't want terrorists to come into this country. That's true.
Nor do I.
I am very much against that.
People that are going to do well for this country, i.e. scientists, engineers, people that understand things better than our own. Now, anyone that doesn't want that, in my view, is a fucking traitorous fucking bastard that needs shooting.
You know?
Straight up.
Exactly.
You don't want good for my country. Get the fuck out, bro. I don't give a fuck if you're white.
I'm not love.
No. Who gives a shit if you're fucking blonde and white? I don't give a fuck about that, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Aaron, you wouldn't make it into Britain.
You want ill for my country.
You wouldn't make it in my Britain.
You just want to be like me.
No, I do not want to be like
you. Listen, mate, you know what?
I am the original Aryan.
Everyone wants to be
like with the fantasy of you in front of a mirror, okay, wanking over your blonde.
Oh, I love that. I do that for 2 hours every day.
Well done.
One thing I will say.
You know what? Right. That's wonderful. If it does it for you, good for you. You know what? It doesn't do for me, so yeah, whatever. But what kills me is that you seriously are not thinking this through. Like, logically, that is the one thing that a great civilization has given us. We're a great mind. And unfortunately, because of your inbreeding pool of fucking your sister, has unfortunately led to your not thinking like your
you're now
insulting
sisters,
brother.
No, people of 60 million Germans calling them inbred. You're calling the German inbred.
You're not understanding.
Just imagine that.
You don't get it.
How racist you are.
You narrate.
You're so
I think
racist than I could ever be.
Have a different topic. You fucking
You call it anti-racism, but what it really is you're anti-right bigot.
Has one thing. Look,
and you're a bigot to every indigenous people in the world. In fact,
hold on.
You have insulted the Jews. You have insulted the Europeans. Man,
let me just hold on, Aaron. Though I just want to say, don't worry, these Germans and I don't think I think it is right for you not to to slander them with saying that they're inbred, because now they've invited all those Syrians and Iranians and Iraqis. They'll be mixing up real quick. Those chubby German women are humping those fucking refugees as we speak.
You know what? Some of them have got some weird fantasies as well that they actually take them into the social care, call them their sons, and then fuck them up.
Yeah, I know.
That's your
They actually invite them to stay with them.
Unfortunately, the others are diversified and found out that, guess what? Not fucking your cousin leads to a better life, bro. So when you start coming to that realization of that, you come talk to me, you inbred. Alright? You fucking dickhead. Mate, you know what killed me? Alright? Listen to and learn from history, bro.
I have learned from history, and what I see what I see is that multiculturalism does not work when you look at history.
When I look at the Turkish civilization, it did. We went and fucked a lot. We went and fucked a lot, and we brought the best of it back. And guess what? There's a lot of things until Erdogan come into power that Turkey was doing right. So there are examples out there. If you need to go look, they'll find them.
The Ottoman Empire died long before. Again, you know nothing about history, man.
Oh my God. No, you got your narration from your storyteller. I got my narration from my granddad's mouth.
So basically what you're saying is mixed race people are superior and they should rule the world in the future, and all the indigenous people should be gone. That is what you're saying.
Listen,
that is the translation of what you're saying.
Listen to me, you dumb inbred. What I'm saying is that history is written by the winner of that conflict. Okay? And if you want examples of that, just look. and read and go learn.
That's just a platitude. History is written by the winner. I even agree. Who are these winners? Who are these winners? Who has won the war?
That is shouting out for a nationalist party and doesn't get that the whole reason England is become like this is unfortunately we've got certain groups of people that have seek demise of it, and because of that, that does not give you people the right to go, well, this happened, what is that better? No. We saw what happened when you guys were in power, and guess what? We vowed them days will never come again. So we've not forgot, and we will not forget. So until then, keep hoping, keep planning, keep strategizing, because you're never going to come into power. As I said, as Banksy has said, you get more, cats get more views sleeping than you get when you're at your most passionate. And that should say it all about your organization, mate.
You know what the beautiful thing is?
That's
we
not
only have to convince.
Stop narrating it the way you're trying to. What's beautiful? What's beautiful?
I will now say to you, because you want to demoralize white people.
What's beautiful about that?
You will never achieve this. You will never achieve that. All right, then you wouldn't fight us so much.
What are you trying to achieve?
Look, the beautiful thing is.
What are you trying to achieve?
Yes. You're talking now for 3 minutes.
No.
Now let me respond.
You know what I've been doing? I've been holding your feet to your statements, and you know what you've been doing? Ouch, 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 ouch.
No, you're not doing. You're not doing a great job. Okay, should we check the chat?
Ralph,
press chat. Press 1 if you think that I make the better arguments.
Yeah,
press 2 if Haas is making.
Look at this. Look at this. Appealing appealing to the popularity. Now, are we, Erundo? Is that really? That is not. That is actually called. That is called appealing to add popular. No, that's actually a debate fallacy.
Another one.
Erundo, that is a debate fallacy. You know that, right?
It doesn't look like the people are agreeing with you. You're the minority, Haas.
You know the one.
How does it feel to be a minority, Haas?
You know, there's a
How does it feel to be a minority?
What, you mean like the English, the ones that you were claiming that they're a minority? Yeah,
no, they are the majority, but they shouldn't become a minority, because all I'm hearing from all these minorities is how bad it is to be a minority.
One narration of one statistic.
You never listen to all of your.
Of another statistic.
You never listen to.
Stop confusing yourself with
that. Listen to me. You can learn something.
No,
listen to the minorities and how they feel as a minority in a majority country. They say they don't want to be the minority. All right? So why should the British become a minority?
Hold on. What have you... All right, I'm asking you now. What have you taken from that? Because I can explain it in my way that will make a lot more sense than...
Okay, explain it to us. Enlighten us.
Mine is that as a minority, wishing to come to a place where there's a majority and wishing to simulate and wish to be a part of it and to be this, what they are, democratic, voting, legal, lawful, yeah. What is that a real foreign concept for you? Is that like a really foreign concept?
No, I thought you know.
Sorry, I've asked you, is that a foreign concept?
No, you wanted to explain and enlighten me now.
Your narration of it. Let's hear the hateful narration of what's going through your mind.
No, I just explained to you how minorities feel and what they express to the majority people. And they are saying to be a minority is shit.
That's what I got from it. What did you get from it?
From what?
From the statement that you just made.
What, that a minority...
Sorry, are you one of these kind of people that just go, oh, what did you make of it? Hear their opinion and then have none of your own?
What are you talking about? I don't even understand what you want from me.
Banksy, is this guy, bud, have you seriously not had your Weetabix today?
Explain it to him, Has. Explain it to him as if you would a child.
Me these questions, look, when you ask me a question, okay, of opinion... Okay, when you make these statements that have opinion in there, you then digest or regress into a conversation of that opinion. Okay, now that opinion are of what? Of one side of a story, two sides of a story? It's one, yeah? I'll give you my side of that story, and now you give your side of the story. What was your taking of these minorities coming in and wanting to be a part of the majority? What did you take from that statement? This the very statement you made, yeah?
No, that was not the statement I made. The statement I made was that minorities in our countries, in Germany or the UK, tell me, virtue signal to me, that being a minority is shit.
Yes. 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 Okay, and that then indicates to you what? That they want to be a part of the what? Minority still?
No, they want to become the majority because when they are the majority, they feel much better. Yes. Yes. That is why they are all supporting open borders and everything like this. Yes, they want more of them. They want more representation.
I'm the living proof. Banksy the living proof. Okay, you seriously have no idea what you're talking about in regards to this. Okay.
So tell me what Black Lives Matter is about. Tell me what Black Lives Matter is about.
It's a Marxist organisation that's here to divert real concerns that we currently should be addressing and not having the time to, because we're now having to deal with these problems.
Yeah, because Black Lives. This is the thing, Has. They think that everybody thinks Black Lives Matter is like a legitimate organization, that we don't see it for what it is. It's Marxism from the back door. They're using race in order to shut any opposition down, because the minute you're in opposition to Black Lives Matter, they'll label you, what? You racist? You hate black people?
And another thing, and I'm sorry to say this, you know, this association with Christianity and having a civil society has seriously got to stop. And seriously, you look at the Christianity book, you look at your books, and you tell me that's about love. What? Talking about abominations, seeing one less than yourself. So you can't even go down on that one. Unfortunately, what it was is people got sick of being sick and found out that being better, and you could see in the movement of, society today, wanting to go back to nature, wanting to go back into the wilderness. You see that today, and if you can't, well, shame on you there as well. But the ideology of this separation, no, people are separated by their ideology. Like me and Banksy, according to us, we shouldn't really be friends. I'm a Turkish Brit and he's an Iranian Brit.
Yeah.
But what familiarities do we have in common?
Well, actually, Turks do live in, the Azeris, they do live in Iran as well.
I'm just saying,
a bit of a mixed bag there.
Worldwide, like I'm at one end of the world, you're at the other end. Like, we shouldn't be knowing each other. And yet we come into Europe and people are assuming that I'm Irish, and yet you got a problem with that. I'm not. I'm just sitting here. But it's the ideology. If you want this nation to be good and you are actually wanting it to be good, guess what? I would rather have you.
So it's the ideology
to be able to mate with my sister or my brother, so my people don't end up becoming like Ralph.
Let me ask you two questions. If it is about ideology.
No, fuck ideology. You know what? This is another thing that you fuckbreads have sadly gone into, because we only fuck our parishioners here. Sorry.
But you mentioned it is the ideology that is dividing people.
It is the ideology. Guess what? Good people have found out that if they work together, they get a lot further. You see that in communities,
can I know?
You can't. You're gonna talk shit.
Because you're scared.
Okay, mute up. Has take a breather, mate. Take a breather. Let this guy run his thing. Okay, go on, Elondo. Hold on, guys. The person who spoke literally the least in this conversation is Friendly. Friendly Spurg, are you still with us? He has been like the patience of a saint.
Unfortunately, I am still with you.
Okay, say something. Anything. At this point, I don't care.
There's nothing to say. Nothing's been said in the past half an hour. Nothing substantial has been said. It's just been autistic screeching of the highest caliber.
Okay. Start something new.
All right. Ricky Doolan got absolutely thrashed in his debate with Laura Towler because he was denying the ethnic replacement of the British.
Okay. Now, you said that earlier, but we tried to explore the actual nuance of how you think he got smashed. So, I mean, can you get any further? I mean, you just said he just got smashed. But was there any, apart from, I mean, I think you mentioned the fact that he couldn't identify the British, but I explained to you why he and Laura would have a difficulty understanding what is a British person, because they're running on different understanding of the term British. So
Ricky
you
runs
get
on
that?
the wrong understanding.
Well, that's your opinion. The fact is that
it's
modern
biological
use
reality.
of the it's your opinion,
No,
and that's all it is.
Banksy, he's right there. He's right there. Okay, and then
He's right, as in what? He's using the term British
as in
to mean only the white people.
The actual British people, the actual British white people, in whatever the survey that he's taking, it will then only constitute I believe the three factors. Well, Welsh, English, and Scots. Yeah,
the Welsh, English, Scots, and Northern Irish.
So apart from that, Ricky Doolan's descriptive term of the word British, will the other policies will they make more sense than the opposition?
Yeah, no. I mean, I think okay. Let me explain. I think where Hassan's going. Okay, fair enough. Let's say that Laura Towler's definition is the correct one, and but Ricky is using the one that the rest of the world at the moment is using, the rest of society is actually using, which is an umbrella term for anyone who holds a British passport.
So that's all it means to be British. Is a booklet.
Booklet. No, that is not all what it means to be British. But
then define British. What does it mean to be British?
Well, to be British is to belong to the British Isles.
Told me that broader society uses the definition of British, which refers to someone with a British passport.
Yes.
So is that what it means to be British? Having a
that's
little
the first
red
step.
booklet.
Yeah, that's the first step.
That's the first step.
Yeah.
Right. What are the other steps?
The other steps are cultural, depending on the aspect, the different elements of British culture. I'll give you an example. I'll give you a very easy example. These are nuanced cultural differences amongst, for example, the British and an American. When it comes to the British always talk about the weather. Now I've got Pakistani people who do the same thing as Turkish people, as white English people. We always have these nuanced conversations. The queuing aspect. British people are prolific queuers. Most British people, I've seen people. I can spot a British person in anywhere in Europe, in anywhere in the world, from the way they just queue, because it's just uniquely British. But these are minor things, but these are the cultural habits and behaviors which are uniquely British. Americans are distinctly different. Even a Chinese American isn't the same as a Chinese from Beijing. They know the difference. You can look at them and you know they behave differently. A Chinese from Beijing doesn't
Chinatown exist?
Because everybody in those countries, everybody in a foreign country, a foreigner in a foreign country, will inevitably introduce their ancestral cultural behavior too. So they will introduce some of that. They're not going to come with nothing.
If you look at the Chinese diaspora, no matter where they go, in Europe, in Britain, in America, Canada, Japan, there is Chinatown.
Yeah.
Because these people, even though some of them, their ancestry might not be in China for generations upon generations, they identify with that culture, they identify with that architecture, they identify with that those people and that heritage, no matter where they go.
That's why
they have a very strong
but that's not unique to the Chinese. There's Little Sicily too.
Fried Mars bars, but yet London, Brighton can't get their fucking heads around it.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Like these are minor deficiencies that we find common ground to resolve it.
So far, we've got British means to have a passport, to queue, to be in bad weather.
Well, I mean, you can go into we're talking about. I'm talking about daily cultural things. No, not Mars bars. I mean, frying them would be a Scottish habit, I guess. Maybe that would identify as Scottish. But generally, if you day-to-day behavior, the way the British speak, like black people You can have African Americans and you can have Afro-Caribbean British people. There is no way on earth you're going to tell me that an African American is the same as an Afro-Caribbean or a black person who's grown up in Britain. They are distinctly different.
They do very strongly identify with that culture. There are Africans who have not.
No, they do not identify with American culture at all. British, African, black people are not.
No, I said British Africans and African Americans identify very strongly with African culture. The actual African culture.
And how is that a problem?
No, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. We're trying to.
I never said it
but
was a
I'm
problem.
not talking about that. I'm talking about.
Why would
you can
bring that up?
First of all,
breaking point.
But Hassan, he's completely wrong when he says they identify with African culture because he doesn't. Because you don't even know what fucking African culture is. What is African culture? You tell me what is African culture.
Like
hold on. No, Hassan, let him answer because I know he's fucked up right now. He's fucked up and he's now thinking to trying to squeeze his fucking little brain out of this shit that he's put himself in. What is African culture?
There are many things that fall into African culture.
What is African culture?
I just went to answer it.
Go for it.
A variety of different things.
Like
music, food,
what music?
dresses.
What music? Give me identifying African music.
Do you want me to name a song or something? I don't know the name.
Yeah,
of the song.
name me something that is African because what you don't realize is Africa is a continent. Every aspect of it has different music, different cultural behaviors. So how do you recognize what is African culture?
With it.
And what is African culture then? Because you just took a whole continent with multitudes of cultures and countries in it and unified it as one. This is like the most fucking colonialist mindset I've ever heard in my fucking life. This is
English after all.
That is your colonialist English though. That's not your fucking modern
to
English.
Be ashamed about.
Because he will look at Africa and go, they're all fucking the same, aren't they? Just like he would look at the Middle East and go, you all fuckers ride camels, right?
I want you to point me to where I said.
What is African culture?
What is it to be English?
No, I can give you
Banksy,
different parts of Britain.
Let me tell you this: Friendly Spurk has already brought more to the table of what African culture is than you have with what British culture.
What do you mean? I can give you spotted dick, British culture, spotted dick, fucking sausage and eels if you're in England, mushy peas, fucking haggis, British music, rock, Queen, AC/DC, what else? What do you want? If you want British, I can give you 1,000 things that are British.
These are good things, right? But when you look at Queen, for example, right? And you go to the concerts, how much of non-white British are going to Queen?
I go to Queen. I love fucking Queen.
Yeah, but I'm saying how much percentage? For
Who
me,
cares?
these concert, when you go to these concert of a expression of European music, for example, this is a good
It says
example.
AC/DC were Australian.
When you go to this concert, it is an ethno state, okay? It is 98% white. Same with other music flavors, right? You see there that when European
Black
people
Sabbath.
express themselves in their music, it is a fucking ethno state, okay? That
No, it's not. No, it's not. I went to a.
culture.
No. This is bullshit. This is what I mean. This is why you don't deal with reality, Arendo. You're all. It's all about theory. I bet you haven't actually been to a rock concert. I went to a fucking rock concert which had Black Sabbath. It had what's it called, Motorhead, and Faith No More, and a couple of other bands playing. Proper, full-on rock concert. Multiple nationalities, blacks, whites.
All right,
everybody was there.
Right,
we were all in the park.
You will find a concert. You will find a concert of this on YouTube. Should we check it right now, Banksy?
Yes. Actually, I've got pictures of that fucking concert.
Who should we choose?
You know the answer that you get. Can you give me what's the difference between that and modern British now?
What concert should we choose from what artist?
1 minute, Ralph. I beg you, please. What is the difference between your description of English or the accepted definition of the word British culture. What is the difference between that one and our term that me and Banksy used as modern British? What's the difference?
Well,
Are you talking about culture or people?
No.
Yeah, culturally.
Culturally, what is the difference between your definition of British and our definition of British?
Well, your definition of British culture seems to be really superficial and shallow. It doesn't really. I mean, it's things like Scott.
Well, when I asked you about African culture, you gave me the same sort of bullshit. What did you give me that's different about African culture?
The guy's not taught, man.
No. Okay. Friendly. Give me the more deep, in-depth definition of African culture.
Don't tell me is elaborate without elaborating. You know, like you got to say, well, bro, like for example, when I say I die for Queen and country, and when you say you're prepared to die, but there's a difference. Like you tell me what defines your definition to how I see
Britain.
Let's just say my definition of what I classify as, and the local definition of what is British.
I really don't understand what you're asking me. Are you asking me how do I define British culture and how it's separate to your?
From your
your version.
Well, to me, British culture is a collection of different cultures, and I'm not just speaking about Scottish, English, Welsh, and Cornish. This goes within counties. There's county to county differences in culture between Lancashire. You'll find differences between Yorkshire, Norfolk, and Suffolk. There are different cultures, right? That collectively is referred to as British culture. But when you were describing British culture, you described queues and rainy weather and Mars bars. It meant absolutely nothing. It's almost comical in how shallow it is.
Would you say curries is a British culture? Like today, we would classify curries as a British cultural dish.
Well, curries are very associated with Indian culture, but because of the empire, it is somewhat associated with our culture as well. Yeah, because chicken tikka masala is not a natural dish. And
will we classify? And I'm not having a dig here before we take it emotionally, but will we classify after a late night drinking, going down and eating fast food? Was that a British culture at the time of your great grandparents, or would you say that's a British culture of what we deem it today as what we see as the modern British culture? And this is not a throwing a stone at it, that observation. I'm just saying, is that what we classify culture?
Getting a kebab after a few pints.
Yeah.
It's not really a cultural staple. No, it's just something that we do.
You wouldn't call that.
You don't consider it a cultural habit? Do the French and the Spanish? Do the French and the Spanish do the same as British?
What?
Do the French and the Spanish do the same thing as the British when it comes to their drinking?
When it comes to the drinking?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the French and the Spanish do when they drink. I imagine not. I imagine there are slight regional variations in drinking habits.
So they have cultural behaviours that are different to British, right?
Cultural behaviour then.
In a way, yeah.
So drinking heavily at a pub and then having a kebab or having a ruby, would you define that as uniquely British? The Spanish and the French
I don't know if
it.
it's uniquely British. I don't know if the French do that or if the Spanish
do
that,
or if the Germans do that. I can tell you that the French and the Spanish don't do that.
Well, then it's something that I guess you could say, is somewhat uniquely British. But how?
So doesn't that become British culture over time?
Is the difference?
Okay, can I tell you something?
One different aspect that I could safely say, you mentioned these emotional words that will trigger off some vision of it different to it reality. What I'm saying is, I get that. This is where me and you could say you're English. I can't say I'm English, and I wouldn't insult my people or your people by saying that. I wouldn't. But if you were to ask me, are you British? Yes. You're English? No. Are you Scottish? No. Irish? No. Welsh? No. But are you British? Yes. But I'm asking you, where's your culture clashing with my British culture? Cause we've had to accept that people need some form of integration, don't we? Yes, or are you still on that course that we don't need to integrate at all?
I don't believe integration is possible.
You don't.
No.
Like you've not seen the success stories that people like in your family
Define
have
integration
married
from it.
people and they brought children to this world, even though they may not be together. That child actively put in good into this country. You've not seen that.
Define integration from it.
Someone that is living life without conflict to state or government or to themselves. Do I need to define it any more than that?
No, because integration and assimilation.
No, I've given you my definition of it. Are you not happy with that?
Well, it's often used to describe culture.
I've asked you, what are you not accepting of that?
I don't believe it's possible to integrate.
What your constitution was based on this, to live in peace, in harmony. To see that all you're doing is extending the goalpost.
Yeah, but Has, let him.
What is it that you're so stuck up on?
Okay, Has.
All you're stuck up on is the birthplace of something.
Has, give him at least a minute to try and get to an end of a sentence, and then rebuttal afterwards, because at least we'll be able to get something moving. But go on, Friendly. What would you don't believe in integration? So why don't you believe that integration is possible?
Because to integrate implies an integration into the culture. And relating this back to what we were just speaking about how I define culture versus how you two define culture, your two definition of culture seems to be very shallow and superficial based on nothing really substantial. Whereas when I view English culture and British culture as a whole, I relate it to heritage, I relate it to our history, the battles that we fought, the wars that we've had, the Anglo-Saxon invasion, the Norman invasion, the Battle of Hastings. This is something that you cannot relate to or be a part of if you're not ethnically British, if you're not ethnically English. You might come to Britain and have a few pints of Carling and then get a kebab or eat a Mars bar or queue up or complain about the weather. But beyond those few small superficial examples of quote-unquote British culture, you cannot have a true understanding of the culture and history of this nation.
But just bear with me. You said, hold on, hold on. You said, which battle did you mention?
The Battle of Hastings.
How many Irish people were involved in Battle of Hastings?
I've not got a clue, to be honest, but there was the Normans also.
So the Irish, do you think the Northern Irish relate to that battle, that history?
They can do, yeah.
How is it they can relate to that?
Boris Johnson.
If they had nothing to do with it, how can they relate to it?
To become English, and to assume now that Boris Johnson is not English, okay, and doesn't deserve to be Prime Minister is.
Well, that's actually. I mean, we can go into that. I mean, I did ask earlier on: is Prince Philip British? And I presume, by your definition, he's not. By Friendly. I'm asking Friendly, actually. Friendly.
I don't know the genetic makeup of Prince Philip.
No, you don't.
I have no idea.
No, you don't know the genetic makeup of Prince Philip.
Yeah,
you don't know where he's from.
It does.
It does not matter. When we're talking about the population, you can bring up a few individuals. It does not relate to the broader population of the British people who exist as an ethnic group and are indigenous to these lands.
The English do.
So you can say, what about this person? What about this person?
Yeah, but the thing is, what I'm trying to say to you is, it appears that the way you guys allocate who is British and who is not, it seems kind of arbitrary. I don't see a pattern. I see a pattern of arbitrary selection here, because if you can't actually say, because if you're consistent, you have to say that Prince Philip is not British, neither is any of his offsprings and their offspring. So Prince, Charles, Andrew, and the ones descendant from them, none of them are actually British.
Well, like I just said, I don't know the ethnic makeup of those people.
You literally don't know the ethnicity of Prince Philip.
The royal family is a very complicated thing.
Oh, it's complicated now. Is it really complicated?
So is society.
Do you want me to finish my point?
Okay, let him finish.
Throughout all of our history, there has been different leaders in the royal family from different European backgrounds. I, off the top of my head, could not list you the genetic breakdown of the current royal family. I don't know, and it does not matter, because I'm talking about the population overall, as a whole.
But the fact is, but friendly. When you guys start to give us the option of friendly deportation, that voluntary deportation, I want to know, is there a letter going to Philip or not?
Let me explain very easily.
No, Erendo, this isn't for you. This isn't for you. Get the fuck out of here. This is for him.
You're all scared of me. Why?
Because
Why
you're German. You're a fucking German talking about Britain. What the fuck are you talking? You're not even living in this country, and you have a fucking opinion on Britain. My conversation is with this white ethnic British person. As a white ethnic person who probably follows Laura Towler's policy on repatriation, is Prince
go a bit harder than Laura Towler's policy.
Is Prince Philip going to get a letter asking him to self-deport?
I've just told you. I do not know the genetic breakdown.
So you're just going to lie to me?
No,
you're just going to lie to me?
You don't have to, friendly. You don't even have to. If you look at Prince Charles or Prince Philip, they look British, okay? So
they look British. They look British. That's very telling.
They will not, and people would. This is the most important thing, okay? People, like it or not, they are discriminating based on race. They identify based on race and even ethnicity, okay? And Prince Philip or these other royals, they look British, okay? You can't tell the difference.
So Greek people can over here.
So
Greek people can come over here.
Look into their ancestry, okay?
Because Philip is Greek.
Prince Philip, okay?
Philip is fucking Greek.
His mother
Everyone knows this.
From Battenberg.
I don't believe this guy, Banksy. You know, throughout history,
his father
had conquests where they picked women up from parts of the world.
The fact of the matter is,
taking them everywhere. They've had their wicked ways, and they've had children that look British.
I know. It's okay. I got my. The thing is, I got my talking point. Ethno-Nats want to deport Prince Philip. That's the fucking headline. That I'm taking away from this shit. Is that Ethno-Nats will, as soon as Laura Towler and Mark Collette gets into power, they're sending a letter to Philip asking him to self-deport.
Based on something that I've just told you, I don't know. I do not know how much English blood Prince Philip has. He probably has some. He's probably in some way genetically related to English.
It's okay. He's Greek, dude. Everybody knows he's Greek. He fucking speaks 100%. Greek. He knows how to. He knows how to speak Greek. Of course, he's not 100%. Neither is Laura Towler. Isn't 100%. Laura Towler only has 67% right to live in this country. She has to self-deport herself if she's fucking consistent with her own argument.
So you watched the DNA test video and you don't.
Yes, of course I did.
You just told me.
Of course I did, and she's only 67.5% allowed to stay in this country.
Do you know what that means?
Do you have a fucking 40% get her out?
Yeah. She has to deport the other 30% of herself.
That's 67%. Do you know what that means on a DNA test?
Well, it says 67% British, right? Then isn't that what the DNA
that means
test
that she is 67% Brittonic Celtic. The rest of it would be Germanic, which is the average genetic breakdown of a British person.
And French. Let's not forget French.
So
we don't have a lot of French.
It said French. It said German and French in Laura Towler's.
French, English, German,
and French. Even if you compare them, look, the Anglo.
How about Polish? They fought the war.
Let someone speak who actually knows something about genetics, okay? So, if you compare the average German to the average Anglo-Saxon British people, they are almost the same, okay? If you go further and compare them with the Irish, they are also almost the same because they have Celtic heritage, and the Celts and the Germans are very close. They are much closer to each other than, for example, the Italian. And if you look at Prince Philip, if you look at the pictures, you can just by the look of Prince Philip, you can tell that his ancestry, his Greek ancestry, is very tiny because he looks like an average Germanic guy, okay? So what you're talking about, that he's Greek, yeah, his Greek ancestry must be like 10 or maybe 20% max, okay?
No,
just by looking
no,
at
it's
it,
not.
I don't even need a DNA test to come to this conclusion.
Let me.
And I don't think a DNA test has ever been done on the royal family. So you're asking me to answer a question that no one could
Here you go.
realistically answer.
This is Prince Philip's, the husband of Elizabeth II, the United Kingdom. Philip was born into the Greek and Danish royal families. He was born in Greece. He was born in Greece, but his family was exiled from the country when he was an infant. After being educated in France, Germany, and the United Kingdom, he joined the British Royal Navy in 1939. Aged 18, from 1939, he began corresponding with the 13-year-old Princess Elizabeth. So basically, there were an 18-year-old started. Holy crap! This does not bode well. Prince Philip, at the age of 18, started to freaking court a 13-year-old Elizabeth. Holy shit!
All right, that's
Yeah,
nice,
so-
but nothing that you've just said describes to me the ethnic makeup of Prince Philip.
Dude,
Yes,
he
exactly.
says his
You
family
don't know
he
what
was
his
born
Greek-
into the
what
Greek
was
and
his father
Danish
or
royal
mother
families.
looks like, what his ancestry
Are you
is,
gonna
because the
Are you
royals-
serious?
The royals
He was-
always have
He was born
intermixed
into
with
the
each
Greek
other,
and
okay?
Danish
The
families,
royals-
born in Greece. I guarantee
Yeah.
you, these fucks, if a guy called Stavros was fucking born in Greece and had a Danish mum, these fucks would
Yeah.
say you're not
The Danes
British
are
and you have
almost
to
the same
fucking
as the
get out.
Germans.
But
So-
because
so
it's
what?
Philip,
That is why
we
he
don't
looks
know.
so-
We don't
that
know his
is why he
genetic
looks
makeup.
Germanic. That is why he looks Germanic.
You're so
Yeah,
full of
well,
shit.
you
It's
can't
unbelievable.
According to you, there's now 5 people that are now English. According to you, like, is there anyone else? Like, how about the Russians? Are the Russians in there as well? Like, have they got like a connection there somehow?
What?
I mean, what is it? You got the English. Like, according to Ralph, to be English, you got to have some German ancestry. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No,
No.
I don't need to have that.
Okay. Well, what defines? When we're asking for hard science, then what then defines it? Like, to
Right,
be English.
The
Like,
English are a
so you
Celto-Germanic
can't have no Celt. So then you can't have no Celt or no German ancestral roots there, because then you'll be German or Celt. Like, which one are you?
The English are a Celto-Germanic ethnic group. They are on average around 35% Germanic and the rest Celtic. That is the genetic makeup of the English people, and that is entirely Northwest
All right.
European.
And do you
Of the same
find this?
stock,
Do
by the
you
way.
find this? Do you find this just only in England, or do you find this in Sweden as well?
What's Sweden got to do with this?
Well, if they want to come down there, how are you going to differentiate them?
Yeah,
As long as they
it is
speak their
way,
language.
basically.
The Swedish
wait,
have a slightly
let
different
me explain it to you.
British.
We're just talking right now about genetics, right? So we are not talking about history and everything like this. When it comes to genetics, we are part of 3 ethnic stocks of Europeans, which is the Western hunter-gatherers, which are the early European farmers, and what's the third group? The Yamnaya people. Okay, this is the 3 European people that defines Europe. And then you have different admixtures between those 3 founding fathers, basically, and mothers. And how much of this mixture is that defines the nations of Europe, basically. So you have a different ethnic mixture of these 3 groups, and that is why you see differences between the southern Europeans and Eastern Europeans, Northern Europeans, and the Middle.
If that's the case, why is Ralph constantly saying that the Germans are not British, that the French are not British?
The Germans aren't British. The French aren't British.
And yet you guys are all made up of the same stock.
Yeah.
With a little bit.
And yet you all got the same stock, genetic stock, and yet,
Yes,
well, then why are they not British?
quite
Why are
similar
the
to each other.
Germans not British?
Right, all Northwest Europeans are quite similar to each other. The Germans are very similar to the English. The English are very similar to the Scots, and the Scots are very similar to the Norwegians. We are all very closely related. However, there are slight differences which create unique genetic profiles.
So how many
between us.
percentage do you have to be of the British Isles to actually qualify? You don't have to get the letter from Miss Towler. I'm just curious about the percentages. What's the dividing line here?
Personally, I would be fine with people who are of mixed descent. So people who are, say, 50% British. If they have a British mum and then, I don't know, an Italian dad, right, and they're 50% British, I would personally be fine for them to stay. I don't speak on behalf of Laura Towler or PA, but me personally, I would be fine with someone of at least half British heritage to stay. I think they have a pretty decent claim to this land.
All right, so 50%. You're looking at 50% mark here, and you're good to go. Good to go. Of course, you have to hope to God that what you think is your English dad isn't actually some kind of Germanic, Aboriginal mix. he's full on.
How about this one?
Full on.
He weren't one of the right-hand men to Hitler's firing squad. That you have to
well, that would be a bonus too. But what happens?
Because they're like your
but what happens if you think you have an English dad and you have a foreigner mum, I don't know, Nigerian mum, but your dad is English, and then you find that your dad is actually about 50% German? What happens then? Are you disqualified because you're not even like you're like less than 25% English?
If your dad is 50% German, that means one of his parents or one of your grandparents is fully German. I'm pretty sure you know if one of your grandparents was German.
Why would you know?
Let me give you.
What if you're orphaned? What if your grandparents were dead before you were born?
How the British could, for example, save who they are.
It sounds bloody complicated.
I would say.
I know. Listen to this mental gymnastic bullshit these people have to play with themselves in order to fucking. The mental masturbation that must take place amongst the ethno-nasts is unbelievable. They must sit there vigorously masturbating towards their ethnicity.
Let me.
Who's going to stay? Who's going to go?
It's exhausting.
How are we going to build what we've got to build up for them?
It's fucking exhausting trying to think of this shit up.
Bob, do you want to be here? Great. Do you want to sort of like contribute? Yeah.
You like this country. You like the way things are in this country. Are you planning to blow anyone up on a bridge?
And I cannot hear fucking either of you. So can one of you please shut the fuck up so I can actually hear something?
Okay, Haas, you go, Haas. You take it, Haas. You take it.
They're not thinking that. You know what? There's a group of people that we've got to go through DNA testing, and then find out they're not commies or German Nazi spies that have just decided to take over.
All I've realized.
Fucking say a sentence now without interruption.
They've got a total different ideology altogether to their British counterpart, and these guys are going to be the ones that are going to usher these people in, and have no way to be able to sort this out, be prepared to pay for trained individuals to be fucked off from this country. Oh yeah, after we build them this place, you understand?
Yeah, you'd be the first to go, man. Oh, fuck me.
Mate, Bob, I told you, I would only then volunteer. Happy. I would, you know what I'd do? I'd even contribute the 15 grand that you guys were offering to some child services that are out there to protect. I'm not going to want to be in a country that I'm not wanted. But you know one thing that you guys are not going to understand.
Well, see how easy it is. We don't even need the 15k. When we are in power, most of the people don't want to even live anymore in the UK or in Germany. That is what they have said when Trump came to power. Even. Okay, imagine they're making that statement about Trump, and then imagine if we get in power. Okay. Then it would be very uncomfortable for people that don't put the British people first.
I'm not
the indigenous people first. Because
walking past, watching someone fuck your sister.
It is very easy. The people, there will, first of all, because this is the purity spiraling that Banksy tries to get us in, okay, to say, oh, look at this.
No. All I want to know is Prince Philip going to get a letter from Laura Towler? That's all I need to know.
Easy.
I think I got my answer.
to get to the first millions of people. Okay, first of all, get rid of all the illegals that have no British passport and have migrated illegally. Very easy. Okay, then you can go, for example, with all the bullshit of the European Union thing that they can now move freely through to Europe.
Right,
you can
Britain is already Brexiting. They don't have to worry about that.
Where most of these people have come through the UK or to Germany over the last years. Very easy to identify. Send them back. Okay? Very easy. And we are talking now about millions. So the big problem is already solved. Then it comes down to, is it enough, or do the British people want more? So they were comfortable with that. So in Germany, for example, we are still an occupied country. We don't have the laws we are working under is not illegal, right? It is being put upon the German people by the basically by the victors. Okay, so if we go back to the 1914 laws, then everyone that is not a German passport holder, everyone that can't prove that everyone that can't prove their ancestry to 1913 and not 1940 have to theoretically leave according to the laws of 1913 and 1940. Okay, then I don't even have to look at DNA, because then it's no problem anymore. Okay, because you can live.
Ralph, can we have your views on genealogy and urology now as well, please? And human mutation,
guys.
What I would suggest but it's only a suggestion. I'm not speaking for PA. Okay, is the big mass migration we have a problem with has been happening after World War II. So, and since the British people were never asked, I would say everything that has happened in that period of time, they have the right to send back.
Okay.
If they decided to do that.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, guys.
Handicapped children.
No,
Ralph, what do you do with the handicapped children? I want to hear Ralph be on that.
No, Has. I'm ending the show, dude. I want to sleep.
Handicapped children.
Okay. Friendly. 1 minute statement starting now. Say whatever you want for 1 minute, and then that's final statements. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah. Final statement for 1 minute.
Well, all right, I'll just address what you said there about the mental gymnastics of these people. It's not mental gymnastics to say that the ethnically English exist, and by extension the ethnic British exist, and that we deserve our own homeland where we can exist as a homogenous group. And when you bring up small instances of someone who has mixed heritage and, I'm not too sure about that great-grandparent, you're speaking about a very minute percentage of people. To be honest, when it's that small, it's negligible, and we just don't care. It doesn't matter. So if by your knowledge you're at least 50% British, stay, whatever. Oh no, one of your grandparents turns out to be part German, right? It doesn't matter. That's such a small percentage of the population. It really does not matter to the overall goal of achieving an at least 95% ethnically British Britain. So it's not mental gymnastics. It's a very, very simple concept.
Sure.
It takes a spy to bring down the nation.
But Prince Philip still has to go. But okay, Has, you go next. 1 minute now.
Well, in his response, that not to worry about what is systems that need to be put into place and then have given an exception. The example will be a spy could take down the nation. That's his total argument. And having the notion that it just takes a group of people that are identified as that is a complicated matter, too complicated for a civilization to get along in harmony and in peace. And it's all bullshit. Religion needs to end.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And Erendo, final 1 minute, final thoughts.
Yeah.
Go.
My thing is, the theory here is diversity is our strength. The more diverse ethnically or based on religion, culture, ideology the country is, the more conflict you will have. So if you want peace, you're trying to achieve a more homogeneous culture, people, and so on. This is my first statement. And my open question for the next time is, since they are trying to, people trying to say we are the evil people and our ideas are completely insane and everything like this, is my question to these people are you for the human rights or against the human rights? Because Mark and PA has made a good activism thing. It's called the Indigenous People Day. They had an activism, and it was done to recognize that also Europeans are indigenous to Europe. And according to the United Declaration of Human Rights of the Indigenous People, let me just finish 1 more minute, please. The self-identification, as well as the recognition by other groups or by state authorities as a distinct collective, okay, is in the human rights. Everyone that denies the recognition of an ethnicity is against the human rights, okay, and is, according to the human rights, basically committing a crimes against humanity, okay?
Okay, thank you.
This is my open question. Are you against the Human Rights Declaration?
Okay, thank you everyone on the panel. Thanks everyone who came and went, and everyone who contributed, and of course thank you for Ricky Doolan for showing up earlier on tonight. That was awesome of him. Guys, I'm gonna jump off this panel. You guys can actually stay on the panel and scream at each other for all you like, because I'm leaving. You guys can do whatever you want. They say you don't have to go home, you just can't stay here. So thank you for coming. I'm off. You guys do your thing. Thanks everyone. Okay, thank you boys and girls. I am now, it's just us, just the two of us. Well, it's just us and I don't know however many people are watching. I guess maybe 5. Okay, guys and girls, final thoughts from me. Very interesting. My final thoughts are that I think I've managed to successfully establish the fact that PA and the ethno-nationalists will actually deport Prince Philip if they're if they ever gain power. Prince Philip will get a letter to be invited to self-deport, repatriate to Greece, I guess, where he was born. I mean, they say you have to repatriate back to where you were born. He was born in Greece. So there you go. Mr. Prince Philip himself is going to get a letter from Laura Towler. That's awesome. That's the headline as far as I'm concerned. Patriarchy Alternative would want to deport Prince Philip if they ever get into power. Take that and run with it, kids. Wherever you go. Oh, these guys are insane. These are the flat earthers of genetics, I think. That's what this is really. The ethno-nationalists are the flat earthers of genetics. They are just nuts. They clearly have no idea what the hell qualifies as whatever it is that they think it qualifies. There's some arbitrary bullshit line that they pick, and they just kind of go, we'll just wing it. As long as we get rid of the darkies, we're all right. Well, what I will say to everyone is thank you for coming. It's been an awesome night. Don't worry, white folks. We're not here to take your country from you. In fact, I would like to encourage more of you white folks to have more white children. Please get into your beds tonight after you finish this and hump away at Doris with her curlers in and smoking a fag. Just give it that extra couple of more pumps. You guys need to bring out some more kids, for the love of God. So yeah, do that and your lives will be better. Will slowly become better. Have more children, prosper, and we will all prosper together. But don't fear. life won't be so bad. I know the future is scary. I know you guys don't know what's around the corner, and you want to circle the wagons because the brown folks are coming, the Indians are at your gates, the barbarians are knocking at your door. But it's not like that. You will be fine. There's the white English and Welsh and Scottish will be fine. The Irish will be fine because they're Catholic and they don't even believe in using condoms. I don't think they'll have too much of an issue. Of course, they're becoming less and less Catholic, so maybe we should encourage a little bit of Catholicism into Ireland. I don't know. Hassan's going to kill me for that because he hates religion. But yeah, generally, guys, don't panic so much. And your insane ideas are not really going to go anywhere. We all know this. I mean, you guys have a ticking clock of 2060, and PA won't even be sniffing. The only time I think Laura Towler will ever see the shimmering building of Westminster is on a tour bus. So you guys are not really going to make it to 2066 here. You're not really going to get power. We can see this. The British people are not going to elect Nazis. They're just not. No matter how you try to spin it, no matter how you try to jazz it up and put some fairy lights on it, it's Nazism. Nobody's gonna. It wasn't white. It wasn't black people who took down Colston's. What was his first name? Something Colston. Shoot, I forgot his first name. That statue of that supposed slave trader. It wasn't black people. It was white people. Your own people. The ones you can't deport. Your native ethnic guys. They're the Antifas, by the way. And also they're the ones who are converting to Islam. So just remember, it's white folks who are going to take you down, white folks. It's not the brown folks. We're not coming for you. The white folks are. Your own people are. Your own people are the ones that are your worst enemies. And I think, funnily enough, if you ever do get your utopian white dream of getting rid of all of us brown people, you'll realize your own white folks are the ones who are going to cut your throat way before you get rid of any of us brown folks. On this panel tonight, we had a Scottish and an English, and within matters of 5 minutes, the English was talking about how Longshanks screwed William Wallace. You fuckers, you literally hate your own. Just from Scotland to England. You're already bashing each other over the head over the William Wallace and Longshanks and fucking Robert the Bruce. So you honestly think we're your problem? We ain't your problem. But you go ahead and have your little gatherings. I wonder what happened on August 9th. I didn't even fucking hear a peep about it. There wasn't even a YouTube channel. I guess you all vigorously typed in I don't know, what's it called, Telegram, trying to have some sort of little protest or something of your own. I don't know what the hell you did. No one knows what you did. No one knows what happened on August 9th. Can someone let me know what happened on August 9th? Is there some pictures of Laura Towler and Mark Collette on a hill in the Yorkshire Hills holding up a little sign saying, "White Lives Matter"? I don't know, man. Whatever. Have yourselves a wonderful night. Have yourselves a wonderful week. I may do another stream before the end of the week. I don't know. We'll see. But tonight was a good one. I did enjoy it, actually. Lots of laughs. I know it was a bit of a shit show on the second stream, but hey, that's all part and parcel of the game. So we're gonna play something to play us out, kids. What are we gonna play? What are we gonna do? I don't know. I have a song here called "Long Live Death." I think that's suitable for our evenings, for our exit, considering it's been such a charming night. All right, I'm gonna play the song called "Long Live Death" as our outro. So guys, love each other. Don't be too paranoid of the other guy. He's probably just a chilled bloke who doesn't really give a shit whether you have kids or not. And try to live with each other. It's a good thing. We're all stuck on this little blue rock at the end of the day. Try to make it work. Tickle your ass with a feather. Ciao.